noticed. So I had the mic. I've had the mic actually put onto mute, so I do apologise. Again, Sims do apologise for being a few minutes late. I've been getting things set up since 6 o'clock tonight, and so just 15 minutes before I was due to go live, something like it always does. Something actually comes up. So it does feel like a little bit rushed getting ourselves you to this point tonight, and that ring light I've got here feels a little bit bright, so I'm going to knock that down slightly. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I'll probably eventually ignore it once it's on. Actually, let me try. That's not too bad. It's not too bad using the cool light to set instead. So how has everybody been today? It's my first full day back in work since coming out of lockdown. So it has been a bit. So it's been a bit alright. I wasn't until I got to my last session of the day I actually realised I could have technically stayed remote today, because all my lessons were remote. So yeah. Good evening, P, and good evening, Snappin. How are you both tonight? Well, tonight we're going to be carrying on with our Final Fantasy VII Remake on hard mode playthrough. Where we left off last time round, we had just actually made our way in, heading down the underground railway tracks to start making our way into the Mako reactor. We've now got across the platform, suspended a good couple hundred miles above the ground. I'm not too bad myself, so I'm surprised I'm not feeling a little bit tired after being back in work for a full day today. I should have finished at about 3:45, but I was still on site till about 5:30, trying to get on top of a few other odds and ends while I was there. So yeah, so it's nice to actually start seeing everything get back to normality. So hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully things should start to feel like we're back in some normality itself. So have you guys been up to anything interesting today? And evening, Hunter. Nice to see you tonight. No, just more RPG stuff. That's brilliant. Nothing at all today, Snapping. That's fine. So, apart from being in work for myself, and just carry on with the day as normal. It's been pretty much boring for me. So we've got a few minutes in. As I've been having a bit of a dig around, looking at some of my Final Fantasy memorabilia here, I did actually dig out this little bad boy from a good few years ago. Let me knock that light out, because that might be better, so I can see it a bit better. Oh. The Final Fantasy VII Advent Children action figure of Cloud Strife with Fenrir and a couple of his blade setups. So if anybody have actually seen the Advent Children movie, so it's the actual motorcycle that Cloud Strife rides around on that in his setup from that. I just knocked my light over. That's up we go. Oh. I need a bigger workspace, guys. I do need a bigger workspace. I might leave that for there. Considering that's supposed to balance. We've come out with a base. That's good. That's handy, it. Oh, leave that for now, I think. Leave it out. That's handy. Well, sorry, only had it for about a week and it's gone. Right, well, I'm going to make a start with tonight's game session. We're going to be carrying on with where we left off. So again, that's good. It's going to actually be an interesting gameplay, as we're actually going to be going into one of the we will be going into one of the fights I actually quite enjoy doing myself on here, which is against the what we call them. What is it called? A-Buster. Let me restart that while I'm at it. I'm going to try and fix this light while the current scene starts to play. So we just finished off our. I'm going to change scene. Yeah. So last stream we did chapter 4 Mad Dash, where we helped Jesse break into, well, cause a distraction so Jesse could steal serve explosives for the current mission we're dealing with. I made an escape from there. We had a fight. We did a motorcycle chase to get there, which was again quite fun. Watch me lose that a few times. Followed by then a huge big fight scene. Me then trying to beat the boss, Roche, at the end of that. Then we went into the dog pursuit, where we just actually boarded the train to head to Sector 5, and we ended up tripping off an alarm, escaping from the train, making our way through the tunnels to go into the fight scene against the crab warden. That's whereby we left it off. So today we're going to be looking at Chapter 6. Chapter 7, and hopefully be able to get to Chapter 8 today. So I'm going to start Chapter 6 again from the beginning. Yeah, let's go for it. And while that's doing, I'm going to quickly see if I can fix this light. Just be a second, guys.
Straight on to Reactor 5.
You make it sound so simple.
Only because it is. That there's the reactor support pillar.
So what's the plan?
After plan E comes F, G, and then H.
Thought E was the last.
That's prepared up. I managed to fix it, guys.
We cut through section G and head for H.
I'm gonna have to put a little bit of super glue on the bottom of it just to keep it nice and steady. But that seems to have actually done some of the job with that.
Looks like the sun's going down on Midgar.
What's something else I need to plug in?
Right, double time. We got a date with the reactor. So big question, guys, means that we've now come back out of lockdown in Wales. Shops are open again. Are you guys looking forward to being able to go back shopping? That's a big question. And if so, what would be one of the first shops you'll be looking to go visit? Well, so if nothing else comes up on the weekend for me, I might see about making a trip down to Cardiff, and might do a little bit of a splurge at Firestorm. Might.
I got a funny feeling Cardiff will probably be manic on the weekend. I got a funny feeling it's going to be manic as crazy down there. Oh. Right, then we're by a way. Well, I did have the start of my new evening course last night, which actually I gotta say it went quite well. It's nice actually being back, being able to be back in the classroom to actually teach, rather than sitting in front of the computer and doing it. So you don't feel like you're actually getting anything, you're doing anything or achieving anything.
This ought to open it.
So like I said, I started a brand new class last night. Well, so it went very well. It's also teaching something that
No good?
I seem to have a bit of a good knack for, really.
That looks more
And
like
that's understanding about cybersecurity.
Control room.
At the moment it's quite the beginning basics of it. But then of course it's learning the do's and don'ts, what's
Maybe
involved
no
with
one
it.
uses that entrance.
I'm getting the feeling
how the malicious actors actually get able to get away with things. And quite a funny story. I was talking to a receptionist, and I was saying, as part of the session, I was saying how easy it is to get people's passwords off them. There you go. If you want to try and get somebody's password off them, there's a question to see if you guys may know how easy it can be done. How would you be able to find or be able to get someone to tell you their password without actually looking over their shoulders, snooping on them, just by doing something that we do automatically? What do you think I actually did, or how I actually managed to get the receptionist to tell me what her password is? Again, we're all guilty. We all can easily fall for this.
Insufficient power.
Of course.
50p. Nope, no money. No, there's no money involved with it.
Kill the lights.
I didn't have to do any money.
Free up
Didn't have
power
to.
for the gate and other stuff.
Give out any money. Give out any cash.
You think these
I
are
only
the
only had to do something
closest
that
thing we have to the real
all of us do. We all do it. We all got the
But if we go
capabilities of
through
it.
with the grounders
Some of
use
us love to do it more than others. If you actually on your streaming, you obviously must enjoy doing
That's
it.
true.
Let's go.
But it wasn't. We wasn't paying with cash.
These lamps. You'd think they'd be able to balance the load by now, though.
maybe. If the maintenance guys or whoever weren't playing hooky.
The lamps are important, but when you think how much Mako it must take to keep them running.
Anybody else? Anyone else want to give it a try? Was it dirty, naughty? Nope. Actually, they were quite clean, quite subtle. And they didn't even realize. They didn't realize it until I actually said exactly how easy it is to fall for it.
Pretty tall.
There was so that they actually then realised what they'd actually done. And it is quite scary, really, how easy you can do it. I didn't ask him for the password. I didn't have to ask him for it. They told me it. They told me what it actually is. If I wanted to get it exactly, I just have to go and do a bit of reconnaissance. Oh yeah, personal question. But I didn't even ask a personal question. I just dropped a conversation. I didn't know if I asked a personal question. Just had a conversation and just saying how easy it is to get people, how easy you can get people to divulge personal information just by having a conversation with them. You just got to talk.
That's all you're doing. You're just talking to them. Ask questions. If you again, you can find. Roll explain on persuasion. As Cayman could do it, Cayman could actually get into it. Evening, Gangrene. Nice to see you. Cayman wouldn't even need to roll a d20 on stealth. You can easily just sneak in and discover it that way. Just have a conversation. And how are you today, Gangrene? Have been up to anything interesting? That's all I did was have a bit, just talk to the person, and just saying how easy people divulge just by a question. And then she turned around and said to me, "Yeah, I'm not saying how weeks and past so on." She go, "Yeah, also like mine is my kids' names." All I gotta do is find her on Facebook, and that information's there. Oh yeah, passwords today. Passwords are so you can find out a person's password just by simply getting to know the person. Because we all pick I try not to pick passwords that are easily identified with myself, but that's how a lot of cyber hackers are able to do it. They just simply find out about who we are, what we like, what our hobbies are, what our pets are, what our favourite food is, and then they just randomly try it and see if they can crack it that way. And they can easily pick it up by doing an ordinary conversation. There is a video on Facebook. There's a few of them on there where they actually from back about 5-6 years ago, I think it was. American TV host, I think it might be earlier than that, where they were talking about how easy, yeah, it would be a lot earlier than that, 'cause Obama was still in charge, about like the most favourite passwords were in America. There you go. What have been the most popular passwords? 2011. What was the most popular passwords used by people in the world? Any passwords you can think of, but these are the most popular ones. What do you think they were? QWERTY was one. 1, 2, 3, 4. QWERTY 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would have been a good one. QWERTY 1, 2, 3 would be. God, no, they didn't use God, but if they did, that could be cracked in less than a second. Three characters could be cracked in less than a second.
Next
Password?
Up, Section G.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And people are wondering why they at Netflix have been hacked. Amazon, Facebook. My cousin's Facebook is constantly being hacked. Is some of his mates are constantly hacking and posting crap on his wall. Well, so I've come to a point where I just don't even bother saying to him that he's been hit, because he's just allowing it to happen. But it is, you can now where I used to work, because before I become an educator. So I used to work in retail. I spent years working in retail.
Ain't got nothing on me.
And whilst I was there, I more or less knew all the passwords for all the staff. I could even actually get in and do a password reset for them based on their security questions. And it's only because you get to know each other. And what's quite scary is if you got a best friend, they probably know everything about you. Your security questions, they could easily crack them because they know what your favourite food is, where you were born, what's your favourite movie, what's your favourite book. They know that information. And they could easily use that to reset, to gain access to your accounts, change your passwords, and cause all sorts of mischief.
And what makes it scary is we actually put this information online for them to find it. We put this information online for a lot of people to find it. Facebook and Facebook, Twitter. Yep. There you go. Again, like banks. Now, some of the security questions banks will ask you: what's your date of birth? I can find that out. I can find out your date of birth by looking on your Facebook wall. Because what do we see pop up on a Facebook wall every day?
They busted?
Powered down is my guess.
Lucky us, am I right?
What's
One less thing for us to worry about.
People's our birthdays. Which so-and-so birthday? They are 29 today. You've only got to work out the year they were born. You've got their date of birth. And my son, if they got and again with their parents their mother may go, oh, 29 years ago, my lovely darling, blah blah blah, was born at this particular time at Neville Hall. Yep, I know where you were born. And we freely put that information out there for people to pick up.
We gotta breed with this shit.
Monsters
go
sure
down.
seem to like it. What's up with that?
It's like in the tunnels. They get twisted by the Mako, but it all goes back to shit.
But it is scary. Here's a question for you: how many cyber attacks happen every minute? What's 100, 200 every minute?
You're dead. Deal with that.
Oh yeah, it's in the thousands. Every minute we have 2,569 cyber attacks estimated every minute. In Britain in 2019 we had 650 odd cyber attacks, cyber incidents, and yet we didn't know about any of them. Unless it's something major, we don't know about it. Now, myself, that should be something really that is reported on the news to us. We should know about stuff like that, but yeah, we don't.
You can handle this.
I got this. Better pull back.
I got this. Let's do it.
And it's like it's like learning about things like that is really interesting. But then learning how the tools and techniques and how you can actually do it as well is another interesting thing to learn.
Isn't that from one of Marlene's
Because the tools that are used are readily available.
Loves it when I read it to her before bedtime. Doing all the voices.
Life in endless
If you've got a Raspberry Pi, you can get software to put onto it to turn that into a wonderful portable hack station. Because I've actually done that to my Raspberry Pi. One of my SD cards has got the software on there that I can actually take it out on the street with a battery pack, take it anywhere, and use that as a portable hack station with the tools on there. When I tested it out, I actually had the Wi-Fi crack scanner running, and I was watching the traffic in the street, watching all the Wi-Fi traffic happening in the street. And again, that was just me just having a play about with it before I start like showing others what the tools are, what they are, and so on. Yeah. Well, but a more of a realistic Watch Dogs, not the way we see it in Watch Dogs, where they hack something in 2.1 seconds. Because to actually perform a successful hack can take weeks and months. because there is a lot of work that goes on into actually being able to do it. Than simply turning up and just jumping into it. Thank you, Bab Poo Poo. Hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to my channel tonight. I'm completely and utterly lost on where I should be going. I think I got an idea. I think I got an idea where I'm going. How are you? And how are you today? Thank you for the follow, Gangrene Dream. So how are you today, Bap? I've been up to anything interesting?
Hey, let's take a moment to get our bearings.
We're still in G, right?
Yeah, and to reach Mako
You in
Reactor
college
5,
today?
we need to
Yeah.
go through Section H.
Okay.
Yeah, well, same here.
I didn't spot a connecting catwalk to Section H. Did you?
Well, we could always do another lap.
Any interesting lessons today?
The only other route that I can think of would be...
Hello, Fexy. Yeah, I got a funny feeling. Well, I got a few of my level 2s in with me tonight.
So we're shooting for those giant.
But also,
fans
I know
well
Vex, yes.
Okay. At least we've got
Welcome,
a clear
Vexy.
landmark to guide us.
Maybe.
Those ventilation.
Keeping the plates air clean.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting to find out who everyone is.
Don't hold back.
Oh, I gotta know everything.
That's that.
Oh, Barrett's out. Let's bring him back.
Still up for it?
But the problem that we had with that spreadsheet thing for Bankable, as I actually showed, somebody who said to you that it didn't actually work. As they asked me earlier on today for help with it, I actually showed them what the actual tutorial video I said for everyone to have a look at, and I got a funny feeling it actually works. No, I haven't figured out yet, Gangrene. Well, so I think you're all from level 2. Well, so I'm not gonna say who you are on you. If you're not from level 2, it could be then from level 2, 3, or it could be have I got some of my HNDs in with me tonight. It's nice. It's nice. It's actually nice to have quite a few in the channel. Yeah, I said. Well, so I said before we woke up about the tutorials. I even said on the sessions, there is a tutorial there that's gonna help you. It's the Funkable spreadsheet. There are 2 versions on Canvas, and it's the English one, because you had an English one and you had one which was spoken in a different language. You can follow the on-screen tutorial, but the other one actually tells you to do it using another website to link together. No, I'm not doing a Funkable tutorial on tonight's channel. That's not part of tonight's programming. As you can see on your screen, that is part of tonight's programming. But as I said, no, there you go. As I said to the one who asked me for help earlier on. What lesson have you learned today? and he went to me and he said to me to look on canvas, and I went, no. The lesson that needs to be, that has been learned today, is to listen what Vexen Primus tells you. It was because guys, I can't do anything more apart from doing the assignments for you. I do everything I can to help, as much as I can to help you. Well, so apart from actually doing the work and actually writing everything out for you guys, I can't do anything. I can't do much else to help. I'm completely lost, I think, on you at the moment.
Hey, look! I think we can climb
But
onto that pipe.
But yeah, he was still there at 4:30 tonight because I didn't leave the campus and get home until 5:30.
No fear. Yeah, no fear. No
Because
fear.
I was excited because I was doing the thing I absolutely love doing,
No fear.
and that's paperwork. But it's actually nice to be back in class.
Hey guys, you know. These
Yeah, well,
fans
so
are
don't
really
worry
loud.
you still
I'm
got
just
plenty of
worried that
time.
your bony ass is gonna get blown off the side and shit.
Enough! We gotta keep moving.
And we've still got a few weeks till the end of the term. But there is plenty of time there.
No worse than the
And
wicked
also,
day.
and
One
again,
with a tornado warning,
you might be on site for a couple of days this week and have one remote day. But again, I'm there all weekend. I'm there more or less all week now. So you've got the opportunity if you need to come in as well, use the facilities on your one remote day. So we got one that's not from college. So if you're not from college, do we D&D together?
Made it through in one piece.
So Gangrene's not from
That
college.
took a couple years off
Do we
my life.
D&D together? That's it.
I mean,
That's
not
another
really.
question I gotta
Couple
figure out.
sessions, maybe 3 tops.
Streams. Welcome on, Ted. Yeah, streams going great tonight. So we've got quite a few people in. Well, like I've kind of got an idea who some of them are, but not everyone. So Gangrene's not some of it. I think I know. I think I might know Gangrene. Did we used to work together? Well, so that's what I'm thinking. The tutorial. Look for the tutorials. Go to Canvas, Unit 8, Learning Aim B, all the way to the bottom. Because there's a link for there's a table with the links there. Yeah. Well, I remember the wrestlers. Remember the wrestlers we came up with Gangrene. Well, so I could have actually used that for a streaming name. The good old days. The fun we used to have on deliveries. Yeah, Bar Popa, try go to like I said, go all the way down on Learning B on Unit 8 and Canvas. You got a grid table A with a bunch of videos in. Underneath that, you'll find the spreadsheet Funkable spreadsheet, English version. Click on that. You've also got a link to the Funkable YouTube channel, which have got a lot of stuff on there as well. It's been a pleasure seeing you, Fexy. Also, again, if you want to pop back in later on to see how things are going on, because I've actually got when I get to there and we spring a trap, we've actually got a nice fight. You'll have a nice big fight scene, fight battle scene coming up. Which again, I've been watching. I have a few other people. I've watched a few first timers tackle it on normal mode, and it has been quite interesting and fun watching them try to beat it and actually get beaten every time.
Keep him waiting.
Because they do try and rush it a bit.
Error.
Gangrene, how is the...
You're kidding me.
How is your
Needs 3 lights on it,
podcasting
looks like.
going?
But that's all of them, isn't it?
All or nothing.
Hey, Sam. Nice to
Let's
see you.
regroup here if we get lost. Remember the H1 sign.
Right.
Let's see now. Closest light ought to be.
That one.
And how was your day? And how was your day being Haunted
By the
Nightfall?
light of these magnificent lamps, we shall lead our brothers and sisters of the Undercity to a brighter future.
Needs 3 lights
It's
worth
from
of
a
power.
speech President Shinra gave.
We gotta find some lights.
Brighter future, my ass. Shinra
Nice to-
lead
nice to-
us
nice to
down
see
a
you,
one-way
see?
path to darkness and death.
Brilliant. Well, so when I get chance, I'll have a check of them out. Lights over there, I think. When I get a chance, I'll have a check of that out. Yeah, this particular level, even though it's a bit of a pain, but it's quite a nice little run with it. Yeah, we're running Final Fantasy VII Remake on hard mode tonight. Even though I've done most of these chapters on hard mode, we've started the stream again from the beginning. Well, no, not the stream again. I started the game again from the beginning, playing on hard mode. I only got a couple of chapters I've not completed as such on hard mode. I'll get myself out there because Cloud is going to get killed. Forgetting the useful tip of ensuring that you constantly heal up. It's running on console. It says run on the PS4. On the PS4. When I get some cash there, I wouldn't mind picking up PS5 so I can actually get the integrated version to it, because then we're actually given access to Yuffie. Also, I think if they've introduced another one in the original cast back here for us to be able to play. So that's going to be interesting to see what the DLC will look like. It's just a shame they're not releasing the DLC for the PS4 version. Because I'm sure there's still a lot of diehard fans out there running the PS4 that would like to see what the integrated would look like, or the integrated add-on would look like on you. But again, if you ever played the original Final Fantasy with the remake, you were seeing a lot of things that didn't, or may have happened, but we never actually played through on the original Final Fantasy VII. What we're playing through by year in remake is within the first couple of hours of the original game.
Back online.
Well, so because I remember when I first played it, and by the time we left Midgar, I actually thought, my God, that's the end of disc 1, and it'd only been a good few hours into the game itself. So it is interesting to see everything that's going on and how they've actually well, it's a remake, but also an alteration in the original storytelling in a sort of way, because we get to see scenes that we never happened, extended scenes that happened.
Engaging countermeasures.
Hey, Cloud! Hang back while I deal with these pests.
And also, and again, where they've actually built on the Final Fantasy 15 game
Just like
engine,
that, okay?
they've ensured that each playable character fits into a more unique, specific role within your combat system.
Intruders detected. Engaging countermeasures.
See ya.
If they ever do a remake of it in its RPG form, I'd love to actually see Cloud start jumping through the air, jumping through the air, slashing the opponents rather than running in, strike and run back out. Well, there's one over there 30 meters away. But how am I supposed to get there is a question. It's above me. Big question, guys, apart from those which have been stuck in college, well, even after you finish college, who's been shopping? Who's been out spending on shopping?
We can move this catwalk.
Yeah, lined it up perfect. Which way to the next light?
If we can't make sense of this place, we're gonna get lost.
Well, at least we know where the big ass things are.
Well, I could have been cheeky yesterday and run my lessons in the day through my phone, but I haven't been anywhere shopping.
Take the lead.
Same UP. I haven't been. If anything, I'd probably go. I may go on the weekends. Might. But I think my parents are actually looking to try and go away for the weekend and leave me here all on my own.
No surprises there.
You may have food shopping or shopping. Right, the thing's back over there. I'm heading the right way. Yeah, at the moment, I'm not risking going out shopping because I guarantee, so the shops are going to be manic out there. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Yeah, so well, when I came home today, when I got on the day, good shopping for the sessions. Yeah, well, so I gotta go off. I gotta go out. I do want to get myself pick myself up a new pair, pick myself a pair of golf shoes. Because again, when I do start going back out in the green, well, I need to start getting out and doing some exercising really. So it would be ideal for me to try and get a peg. I gotta get some food for the Dago, the peanut. No, I'm gonna get food from him, but I gotta get some treats because he goes for them like there's no tomorrow. And that'll be an interesting thing for me to share as part of my media. Instead of having, I'm not sure which one it is. I'll put stickers on the buttons, I think. Where am I looking over that way? So instead of having the cat pop up, whoop,
Yeah, instead of the little kitty pop up, well, so I could have my pet Dago pop up and say hello. So you got a pet lizard there. What other P? What other pets have you got there? Oh, no, sorry. C. What other pets have you got there? I used to own 2 dogs back in the day. I used to own border collies. One named Kyrie, and one named Jake. To actually see a picture of them together, you would actually think they were mother and son, but they were actually two different. They came from 2 different places. One, I'm convinced Kyrie came from a puppy farm up mid Wales, and Jake actually came off a farm. Bearded dragon, 2 dogs, royal python, and a 10th. You had to pay for your 10th birthday. Nice. I used to have snakes. When I were younger. I used to have baby snakes. Because where we used to live, when we used to live in the flats, the living room used to have all sorts of pets there. My father had a 12-foot fish tank. I think it was 12 foot. 12-foot fish tank full of tropical fish and a piranha. Underneath that, we used to have then a couple of different, several different cages. We had lizards in the one, hamsters, chinchillas. My parents have always had cats. They started off with general morgies, but then of course they also then had some pedigrees as well. They had Siamese, and also used to own a Cornish Rex. And well, to see the fur on the Cornish Rex, you would actually think that. Wait for that. To see his fur, you would actually think we used to actually perm it. So how old was your python?
Time to die.
Let's do this. Shit.
Yeah, it was the same for me and my brother. Besides us having our own goldfish, birds as well. The parent we used to have, because we've currently we've got here. I've only got one left now. Peanut, my Dago, because I did have 2 of them. Both him and his brother, Peanut and Mischief. Mischief unfortunately died last February. Not February gone, February the year before that. He developed cataracts, and the one day he just went very lethargic. Didn't want to do anything at all. I then went and checked on the next morning, and he was laying on the floor of his cage, struggling to breathe and all that. Within half hour. To know me actually moving him out there and keeping him nice and warm and all that, trying to get out of the vet. He passed away. A couple of years where we've also got a parrot that seems to be living forever and ever. Also, we've had him for good 15 years, I think. We have 3 cats here. Before where I used to live, I used to own a couple of cats. When I left there, 2 kittens should have come with me, but unfortunately I couldn't bring them with me. They were quite cute kittens, Alex and Pixie. They're actually living in the street down from me. Somebody was kind enough to take him in for me and look after him and raise him. 10th birthday, she's had that for 3-4 years. Brilliant. That's good age for them. Snakes. I like snakes. They are
they are quite interesting creatures to have a look at, to watch and study, just to see what they do and how they do things.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it was a bit of a shock where Mischief went. I've been trying to find because Daegu should live in groups. The problem is because they are quite social creatures. So if you don't know anything about Daegu, they're quite social creatures. They like to interact with each other. They will have a conversation with her. Peter sits up on his hammock. I go up the side of the cage and just start talking to him, and he then starts squeaking back to him. I remember the one day. I can't remember if it was him or his brother. I closed the cage door and caught their paws in her. They must more like squeaked. Open it back, open it quickly up so you guys paw out to check me it's all right. And they just sat there telling me off, just literally having a right old go at me for it. But yeah, they're funny creatures. Daegu are quite funny creatures to watch. They need to live in groups. The only way for me now to introduce, if they live on their own, they get, like us humans, they can get depressed with loneliness. They themselves suffer the same. I'm trying to find Daegu pups in South Wales or even in Wales is like gold dust. I did see someone selling. They did put their Daegu up for rehoming over in Pontypool, mother and daughter. It depends on how the daughter would be all right to introduce with Peanut. The mother and the other might be a different story because they may end up fighting and scrapping, and that's the last thing you really want when they're in a colony together. But with Daegu pups, at least then Peanut could actually then say to the babies that he's in charge. This is his home, and they are part of his family now. But he's the big boss. Remember the day after we brought him home. In the morning, I went to the toilet. I could hear a dog barking. Thinking, what's up? Well, Jake's not barking downstairs. Well, where's his barking coming from? And it turns out they actually bark. Oh yeah, they are. Animals are really funny. The one cat who actually likes to stay in here, and well, I don't know if any of my level 2s are still in the room with me. But she's sat in on their lessons. Your brother will tell you you can actually hear meow, but she'll want to cuddle when it suits her. But if she's having a cuddle and you stop, she'll then just get up and walk out. But then come along and just jump back in your lap, wanting you to cuddle her and give her cutches. But as soon as you stop, that's it. No, she don't want to be your friend. She's and off she goes. I mean, because they get fleed every month. Whenever my parents actually flee them, well, so she will not bother with my mother for a good few days. But yeah, it's great. It's great when you get animals there. They talk, they communicate back with you. Our pal Barney does exactly the same. He talks to us. We had him from another home where they just didn't bother with him as such. They were actually quite abusive to him. He does swear a lot. He swears like a trooper. He does scream. He screams all the time. And it's just likes to be a real pain and a menace. He is going blind. Evening Tech. How are you? You've missed quite a few of the rest from level 2. I've had quite a few of them in tonight. They were here earlier. Well, so I did tell him how about that tutorial, which might help him with the problem that you asked me about earlier. the cats here, they run away. The only one which quite likes it is Shadow. You're on camera, you know. They can. They can. Yeah, the only one which doesn't run away is Shadow. She don't mind it. Fidget and Tiny both they both sulk. They both sulk. They don't want to be bothered. But yeah, they just get on. They do get on. They just gotta suck it up, really. You're installing FIFA 21. So again, I haven't bothered looking at any films. Yeah, that was my mother. That was my mother then popping up on the stream behind me. And as I said to her, you're on camera. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. They can see you on camera. She'll have a bit of shock when if I had the green screen set up because then she wouldn't be able to see anything. I gotta get down over to that one. I can't remember where I'm going. I remember the last time I did this, I was wandering around you for a while trying to solve it. Yeah, that was my mother popping up then. Ah, I got it. I know what I gotta do.
Think back. Anybody see a connecting catwalk?
I gotta move the platform so I can get onto it. So Tech, you're gonna be playing a bit of FIFA tonight, yeah? I gotta be in the mood to play. No, that didn't solve that problem. I gotta be in a bit of the mood to actually be playing FIFA. I turn that light off. I gotta get that. I think I gotta get to that. Yeah, I gotta get to that one over there. Let me put that platform back and try it. Yeah, it was the last FIFA I played. I think it was FIFA 19. I think it might have been 19. I may have been 20. No, it was FIFA 18 or 19 was the last one I played. And again, as you've actually heard me say when I've done in lessons when I'm on about with coding and all that, how lazy the developers are at EA when it comes to the coding and all that. They were so that between a few of the games, nothing changes, and that, but yet there's still a whopper £40-50 price tag on it. And the only thing about it is the heads up, is the user interface, the music, and that's really about it. They haven't really changed much else with it apart from that. There's gonna be stairs going down here. I got a feeling the platform is a ladder I'm supposed to take in. Terrible. Because I need to get that fit to come over here, but there's no recall platform. You're trying to solve this puzzle. I'll get there eventually. Let's find the stairs to head backwards and see if I can get to it from underneath. Where are my stairs? Where are you? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright, Tack. Well, the platform is there. No, it's not. I thought that was the platform I had to move. Yeah, this one is a bit of a maze, because if we look down, we're right suspended right above all of the slums. Well, sort of Midgar. One of the other levels, we were actually under a couple of levels. We actually got to go under Midgar. But it's also it's working out where you gotta go, and how I gotta get there to turn on, activate enough power. Don't tell me. Yeah, I gotta go back over that way. Yeah, first time around the tackle list, I was just going around in circles half the
If
time.
you've got shit to do, then hurry up.
Just getting that platform underneath it to come up. That's not going to get me there. So I am on the right track. Somehow. Is Gangrene you still in, or have you left? Yeah, you've mostly popped out looking at it. Let's try that.
We're right back where we started. Where was that last light again?
Ah, I think we've cracked her.
Almost done. It's a shame we had to wander around so much.
Yeah, we've cracked
No
her.
stamps here to guide us. No Jesse or Wes to back us up neither.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what should we tell Biggs? I don't want him to worry.
Check all that way first. Yep. Sorry guys, just had a message come in. Final Fantasy is on Game Pass. It might be. We'll say it might be. It might not be. Right. Is that hooked up to anything else over there? No. It might be on there.
If there's no viable path, we'll just have to make one.
Yeah, I think we might be actually could reach it. Might be able to. Might be reaching the end of our Leighton issue journey.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All set.
Hit 'em hard and fast.
Sounds
My
good.
turn.
That
Keep
all
it
you
together.
got? Bang, bang.
Even though Barrett's well, it's probably the second weakest attack on you. I actually I just seem to enjoy using his machine gun. Using his machine gun on.
Bring it.
Especially when they can use maximum fury. And it's great for applying pressure to things.
You can do better than that. Much better.
Right, the last one. And then we should be able to go back and move forward. Now I've got to get back.
And that makes 3. Enough to finally get our cargo platform moving.
Better be.
Okay, let's head on back to the H1 sign.
You just gotta feel sorry for the people who live in the slums below, because these big spotlights are what's actually providing an artificial sun for them in the day.
I know. And Cloud's got a cover for Wedge, too.
So now when it comes to the daytime for them, they're gonna feel like it's night 24/7. Poor people in the slums. Right, let's head down there and see what's there.
We should look for the H1 sign.
I know we should look for it, but I want to see what else is around here. If there's anything worth getting. Keep Oh, another queen.
Bring it on.
I think Dylan, is it on there?
Chill. That's it. Get ready.
Hack and slash. Gotta keep hacking and slashing away from it.
You're done.
Cloud should taking a beat him.
After you.
Say your prayer.
Seizing the open.
Probably not. Because I think it may have been company and I don't know, it may have just been a PlayStation exclusive. May have been. I don't think it was.
Need a breather.
Was it on Steam?
That's a win.
Because it may be on there. Ah, yeah.
Heads up, y'all.
Yeah, we've actually got access now to that elusive piece of material that's been lying around. I might actually have a look on eBay to see if I can actually get material orbs. Yeah, well, so they may it may not be because they may have left it down as a play. May still be down as a PlayStation exclusive. Picking up all this material, I don't really need it. But I got plenty of healing material. Suppose I could always sell it. But at the moment, money is of no use in hard mode. Well, once you've unlocked it, once you've got all the weapons and everything, then the money doesn't really have any use in the game. I'll tell a lie. You do need it for if you want to use the ends. Right, H5. H7's done that way.
When do we link up with Bates?
Soon enough, don't you worry.
He knew we might be late, so he came up with a few ways to kill time.
We ought to reach him long before he dies aboard.
And we're back at the cargo platform.
Get ready, Mako Reactor 5.
Alright,
We're
that
coming.
way. And I believe we might be reaching the end of the current chapter. It's been a fun old run for the first part.
Power supply confirmed. Reactivating cargo platform. Cargo
I know why
platform
my
activated.
screen on here looks a bit
Awaiting
dark.
input.
Ah, that's why. That's
So
why.
long,
That's why my
Underblade.
screen looks
I
dark.
hate you too.
So everything looks a bit dark on here for me because I had my monitor's brightness turned down. So anyway, anyone got any interesting plans for the weekend? Or just going to be assignment work, games, or
Wonder what the
assignment work,
reactors-
chill out, assignment work, shop.
Dismal. A slaughterhouse where they butcher the planet. And there's the smell. The Mako. Be ready for it.
Right.
Hear that, guys? It's the reactor calling us. Beckoning us saying, bring it on, Avalanche.
Play Fight Sim, right. I'll be installing that tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday! Yeah. Well, so I just got to send off. I got to send off my my Warlock's patron to him. Because 33 is using the Celestial for the patronage, so I just got to send that off to him later on tonight. Because I look at looking through some of the source book materials there. I think I actually pulled that one from Tasha's. I think it was Tasha's Cauldron, but it actually gives you access to more starting spell slots than you would normally. Than most of the others. It's gonna be a good laugh. Gonna be a good laugh on Friday with that. On Friday, Thursday and that.
Here we go.
Ah, poor Cloud's down. I know why this one did give me issues originally. It's because of
Give 'em hell!
them things. Yeah, when you fight this one, guys, take out the ones furthest away, and then concentrate on the missile launchers.
Hurry up! Still! How'd you like that?
Bring it.
Damn it!
Yeah. Well, it is going to be interesting. Well, so is he going to GM the way he plays? It'd be an experience.
Got a whole heap of land with your name on it!
Well, I think looks like after we finished our game, not last week, week before that, and was because R knows two of the character types on there, and what he was saying to me and me and D is it's one of us think might be a little bit in trouble within his game, and I think it's going to be D's character. Well, D's character's race. Well, especially for the first chapter of it, anyway. Oh, Flight Sim. I haven't played Flight Sim in years. Flight Sim was one of the first games that was so when we swapped up when we had a PC. Well, when my father bought a PC. But back in the good old days of unreliable Windows 10, and Flight Sim actually came with her. Yeah, there's I think with the backstory, like with the backstory, I think his character might be in a bit of trouble with all the locals there. That's gonna make it interesting.
He's probably worried sick about us.
Yep. Yeah, I actually I do quite like the flight sim games. Besides like basic jump, your boat flying your bowens and all that. Also use flying the fighter planes and all that. For aerial combat, aerial dog fights and all that. I enjoy playing them type games. Whenever I played Star Wars, the Star Wars Battlefront games. Also the space fighting missions I quite enjoy, because I actually did install Jedi Star Wars Jedi. Was it Jedi Fighter? It was released back in PS2 around about the time of in between after Phantom Menace and before Clone Wars, where I think it was just before the Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones. Where you actually piloted the Jedi, well, quite a few different fighters on there, but the major one was the Jedi fighter itself. Plus, I did actually have that installed on the PS4 back last year, going in back about this time last year.
Didn't think I'd be this nervous.
That is a big game, 127 gig. Most sim games are big. Because it's the amount of. Well, it's the amount of data they want to load into it. I suppose I could put on for one game stream a year is play is to put the Jurassic Park on.
Wait, Cloud. Where's Jesse and Wedge?
Report.
Topside's going nuts after some terrorists jumped off a
I think
train.
my save data might still be there.
Nice and quiet here, though. So quiet I had no trouble securing your route into the reactor.
You magnificent son of a bitch. Bring it in.
So, where are the others?
For those which actually join part of me for the stream, looks like we're playing Final Fantasy. As I was saying, I actually dug out from my cupboards.
While Shimmer scours Sector 4, you can waltz right on into Sector 5. It's a bit of a
Also
squeeze,
one of
but
the Final Fantasy play art action figures.
Little dark and full
This
of
this one is from Advent Children. Cloud Strife with Fenrir, his motorcycle from Advent Children.
ready to
And
take
we
on the
are.
world
I actually saw this when I went to Salou.
will do.
Years ago. They had it set up in a shop there, and almost every day when I went into town from the hotel, I go down to town, and there it is on display, and I'm going, oh, I wouldn't mind that. I really want that. But the cost, and it was ridiculous. Was a ridiculous price. But every day I would walk past. I think that they sell it for about €150. Because again, the euro to the pound back, even now, was terrible back then. And but every day I go past, and I was going, oh, I wouldn't mind that. So I actually had it one Christmas. Still in this box. It's still in this box. Still sealed. I'll have to dig it out. I've actually got from Final Fantasy VIII one of the Guardian forces as well. It's working. Vexy, well done. Was it the tutorial on Canvas
quickly.
by any chance? I think I got a funny feeling who Bad Pop is.
That's it. That's the smell.
Using the tutorial on Canvas.
Looks like we made it.
If it like I was used for the tutorial, because tech game is you as well. As I said, the tech game earlier, the lesson to be learned, biggest lesson to be learned is, besides checking on Canvas, is listen to Vexen. Listen to Vexen when he actually says. If I said, because I did say originally the tutorial's there for this project. Do the tutorial, then actually create and adjust all, or create a new user interface once it's working. Do that tutorial, create a new user interface for it, add your own graphics, your own imagery to make it more unique for your own, but it's using the original basis of what they went through in the tutorial. No, I'm Jafar. I think I know who it is. I'm gonna like Vexy is again. We're going. It's another C. It's Mr. CE, and I'm guessing Babhop is AW. I know we got two AWs in the group, but it's Mr. C's best friend A. Am I right? Oh, we're on the next chapter. As I said, as I was having the conversation, the part of my segment I was talking earlier about cybersecurity. Again, a lot.
Getting to know someone, again, when you get to know people, you actually learn a lot of information about other people, and that's how, again, I know going back to cybersecurity, but that's how cyber hackers, well, malicious hackers, even white hackers, black hackers, blue, and all the different types. That's what they do to gather information. They get to know people. They find out the information. If you know someone, or you get to know people, and again, those are my level 2s. I'm sorry, I'd be a terrible personal tutor if I didn't get to know my learners, and I would be a terrible teacher. I'd be a terrible personal tutor if I didn't. No, well, Tech, you give it away for the one. I'm not saying which of the two, but you give it away for the one. So it was elementary, my dear Watson. Using my powers of detection, well, so I deduced who both were. Only kidding. But it's great to see you guys here. Because as you guys, well, you guys know me from through the for education. So again, it's great to be able to see your tutors in a bit of a different light. So in terms of who they are, what they enjoy, what they like doing, games they like playing. Because it actually then adds a bit of a human connection to them. Again, we've had quite a few conversations on this channel about the education system and how different it is, differences we see between primary, secondary, and then further education. How the environments are different. How different people teach. Because again, they're a different teacher. You've got different styles of teachers, as you guys know yourself. You've got different teacher. Well, on level 2, you have 5 of us, or 6. If you include skills, well, you've got between 8 and 10. You've got 10 people you interact with, and we're all different. But yeah, it's nice to actually see you guys here. Well, we're now on chapter 7, I believe it is. A trap is sprung. Now, I actually quite enjoy this one, and as I said, I've actually watched. One of the first channels I subscribed to on Twitch. The person I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I joined in while they were actually on this level, and took a couple of times to actually get past the boss. But it is actually quite interesting to actually watch, to actually see how they do it and what's going on, because the boss itself can be challenging. It's even more challenging in hard mode because you can't exactly reach that person. So I've got to ensure I maintain all of my magic, my mana points, as much as possible, whilst completing anything in between to weaken it. Thank you, Tech. Yeah, well, see, I am quite a chilled out teacher. If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then I will tell you, and you guys actually know that. Again, I remember what it was like being a student myself. It's like you guys with the assignments you're handling it all at the same time. I've been there. I've done it. Same as some of the stuff you guys tried to pull. Even your classmates have tried to pull in class. Again, many forget. I was once a student. I was once a level 3 student. So there's not many tricks you guys could try and pull that I hadn't actually tried myself. And back in the day, well, same when I worked in retail. some of the staff there, they remember a few of them trying to pull some of the same tricks I used to pull when I was a student, when I was part-time employee.
Hey, check it out.
And and again, I used to pull some good stuff. I remember.
Organized units like these were designed to take out giant
I remember
monsters. Probably a new
Saturdays we used to be sent
Decided
out
to deploy it?
back when I was a lower level retail employee. We used to be sent out every Saturday to hand out leaflets, and me and this other employee. Well, so he's sadly passed away several years ago. So we used to go out and we used to leaflet the car park. So putting the leaflets on the windscreen, and but we actually got a little bit wise to, if our boss came out to have a look where we were, what we were doing. So we used to actually leaflet the areas what you could see, and to leaflet most of it. But there were a couple of weeks we actually we'd gone out leafleting, jumped in the car and went for a drive. We actually went to McDonald's the one day. Come back. We even went back to the shop after we cleared the leaflets. If they probably dug up some of the ground down there, they'd probably find a few boxes of leaflets. But yeah, he come back. We got back to the shop. We even told him where we'd been, and he actually thought we were joking. And it's again because I used to do my job. I'm quite a reliable employee. Do my job, but I also knew ways I could actually chill out a little bit and get away with doing things. But yeah, we used to have some fun back then.
Where is everybody?
You mean Shinra?
But yeah, it's not many things that can be called that I don't actually know about, or I haven't actually done myself back in the day.
Worked up a good sweat.
I remember my first year of teacher training, and the level 3 class I had, they decided they were going to play some they were going to use an emulator to play some games instead of getting on with their work. And I kept shutting the emulators down all the time. And like I said to him, I take my hat off to you. I commend you for it, because that's the stuff I used to do myself back when I was a level 3 student. But it seemed like I said to most of you guys when you've been in class, you're playing games. I take my hat off to you guys, because again, that's the stuff I used to try and get away with. But back then, we used to play network games as well. But unfortunately, I'm on the opposite side of the desk now, so I can't. I'm not doing my job if I was allowing you to get away with it.
Keep it together.
Oh, you in trouble now.
So as a lot of my learners have actually found out. Again, I do whatever I can to help as well.
Let's move.
Not so fast.
And now we're actually coming into the back end of the full school year. Oh, we've got a couple of spammers. And let's block them. I gotta put a block guard on you. Yeah. So I actually reported a couple the other day. And they actually got banned. Because again, when I play Final Fantasy 14, and you actually see him pop up on the chat, it does get quite annoying. Thank you, Tech. Thank you for the offer.
Well, what we got here? I can deal with those things. Need
It's on you.
Where's our laser? There.
All set. You're up.
I got this. Don't overdo it.
Keep my spell slots for when I actually need it. But my abilities don't cost a penny. Which one increases the stagger? Maximum focus. Nicholas, you've never played any of the Final Fantasies. This one, like 15, is this is more of an action RPG. This one is an action RPG, which seems to be the way RPGs are going. From 14 and 12, so 14 and 11 are your classic and typical MMOs. For 1 through 10, 12 and 13 are your classical RPG type games, with improvements as they've made their way through. With this one, they have done a lot of improvements on 15 game engine to bring it to get to this up to this particular point. And again, each of the characters got a nice different way of the combat system. But yeah, I actually were watching somebody playing Final Fantasy XII the other night. My cousin again is a big Final Fantasy fan. He was late joining the party with it because he played Final Fantasy VII. And I remember he asked me for help the one day, so I went popped down to have a look to see what's going on. And the amount of materia he had actually missed, crucial materia, up to he managed to get himself all the way to the end of the main first continent, you're on the seaport Junon. He got himself all the way there, but yet he was missing a lot of crucial materia. Also, because he just wasn't actually checking every nook and cranny of the levels. But he missed it all, so he had to restart again. But he's played again. Apart from, I don't think you've played this one. You've never played 12, 11, or 14, but you've played. No, you haven't actually played anything before 7. Now I've played all of them except for number 11. I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy 2, and there's a reason. Well, how many of those in the channel? How many of you actually played any of the Final Fantasies? Playing Doom for the weekend. Let's see if that would slot for that. Now I've played. Nope, Snap. I haven't played any of them. Now I gotta try and figure out who Snapping might be. played none of them. Like, no, also never played any of them. That's fine. First one I played was the original Final Fantasy VII. That was the first ever one I played. I've played Final Fantasy I, which was when Final Fantasy I was released. I've played the updated version to it, the remake version to it. When Final Fantasy I was released, that's the company Square had separated from another company it was with and put all their money into that game. And that was everything they put in. They took a gamble on an RPG game where you choose the characters, 4 characters. That's all you played, 4 characters. You had a choice between a warrior, a white mage, black mage, red mage, thief, and monk. So 6 classes, and these classes are halfway through 3/4 way through the game. Once you reach Bahamut, you can then actually power up. So the warrior would actually become a knight, the thief would become a ninja, your white mage and your black mage would then become a white magus and a black magus. Red mage is the same thing as red magus, or magus, whichever you want to call it. Magnus. Would it be Magnus? No, it wouldn't be Magnus. Magnus the Red. Primarch of the Thousand Suns. I actually like that model. Again, I think most of you guys have seen my Magnus the Red model. Demon Prince Magnus the Red. Your monk became something else. I can't remember what the monk became. But you had 4 characters you chose. You could name whatever you want. You could have 4 warriors, for example, and then you play through the story of restoring the 4 elements as the world's dying. So you're the warrior of light, the warriors of light, and you've got to restore the element and go on an adventure, which eventually, towards the end, finds you being catapulted back in time, and you discover you're part of a time loop paradox. Final Fantasy II actually then was the first game to introduce actual characters with names, which was alright. The problem I found with it was the Final Fantasy I had a typical RPG mechanism like we have with D&D, where you level up through experience points, or in D&D you can do milestones. With Final Fantasy II, your characters didn't level up, but they increased their stats by swinging their swords, striking the opponents, casting magic. You increased your health by taking a beating. So if you were just like the Saiyans, if you were beaten to the inch of your life, and then you survived, chances are your HP is going to improve. Well, so if you chucked all your magic into your opponent, your magic attack and magic defense are going to improve. Or if you get so your magic attack will improve. And your MP. If you take a beating as well through magic, your magic defense will improve. Again, a good story with it, where you're taking on the Emperor, which he's using demon powers to take over the world, got demon knights to do his bidding, and you go on an adventure to stop him. Final Fantasy III went back to then a job system, again with the Warriors of Light, and you find out that you are 4 orphans, discover the Warriors of Light, and earn the different job classes as they go visit each of the crystals to save the world, with the end boss wanting to return it to the void. Though them 3 were released in Japan, the updated version has been released now worldwide. Final Fantasy III had a wonderful remake for the Game Boy Advance, which made a lovely improvement. Could be picked up for the PSP. You can pick it up for your phone. It's available on a few other systems. In America and over here, we had Final Fantasy II, which was Final Fantasy IV, which is one of the traditional 2D RPGs I quite enjoy, where you start playing the Dark Knight Cecil, and your king isn't happy with you because he's stealing crystals, and you're not happy with what's going on. As a punishment, the king's going to try and kill you, and it leads you on an adventure where eventually they try and save the world from your brother. Turns out from your brother, who's being controlled by an alien race that lives on the moon. But it's got a good story involved with it, with the story taking place on ground, underground, and also the final battle taking place on the moon. 5 went back to the Warriors of Light with the job system. Discover there were one giant world fractured into two, and you find yourself able to move from one to the other before they become rejoined back together. Again, the end boss is trying to return to the void. I've played all them ones. I've never completed Final Fantasy II because I don't like the game mechanics. Simple as. I'm not a big fan of it. I've completed it using like a cheat system, but that's it. Final Fantasy VI was the last game to be released on the SNES before Final Fantasy VII moved on to the PlayStation. It's got a good story involved with it, where it's involving Magitech. So there's only one person currently in that game which uses magic, and she's been used as a slave. The Emperor just fused magic and technology together to conquer the world. So as the story evolves, you end up working for the Resistance, and you free the girl, and more or less the world ends up being destroyed. The end boss, the real big bad in there, is a psychotic clown. Kefka the Psychotic Clown. I've played that game. I get up as far as the final level, and every time my game save data corrupts. And that's on emulator, playing on cartridge. My game save data always corrupts. Doesn't matter what platform I play it on, up when I get to that point. 7, as I'm playing the remake by year, I played the original 7 to death. Really did not play that to death. I actually remember I've completed the original 7 no end of times. And what I enjoyed about the original 7, it's got a great storytelling. It's really long. It is a long game. It's got a great storytelling. It's actually, I'd probably say it's my top game. And the end boss, Sephiroth, is again one of the greatest villains, game villains ever known. Kefka, a lot of people like Kefka. I prefer Sephiroth. Final Fantasy VIII seems to be the one game a lot of people hate. I actually didn't mind it. You couldn't earn money by defeating monsters in the game. You had to earn it by increasing your mercenary rank. You were a seed mercenary. You didn't have basic. You had magic, but you had to draw it from your opponents to improve your magic abilities, and then junction them to improve your stats. Which, like, yeah, fair enough with that. Again, I played that one and really enjoyed it. 9 was originally designed to be a short one. I went back to a traditional medieval theme. That was a short game. I enjoyed it. The only thing, it's more of a personal thing for myself, was the fact that when I had that game was bought for me for my birthday for my ex, which then dumped me 2 weeks after. We split 2 weeks after. I went up country to see her, spend the week with her for my birthday. Only to find out while I was there that she didn't want to come down to meet me before I then went back up with her.
Soldier boy.
And then the pair of us ended up splitting.
What?
10, Final Fantasy X was the first game to introduce actual voice acting in with the game, and again that's got a really good story, and you can actually control, even though you've got 3 characters on screen. It was the first time they introduced the ability to be able to swap out your characters in battle, so which really made that quite interesting. Final Fantasy 12, again, it's a linear based storied game. Each of your characters will play a different role with the game, which is fine. But again, it can be quite boring. Like 10, it did actually, and with 7, we actually got a few spin-off games from it. 10 add 10-2, which told you the story what happened after the end of the original Final Fantasy X. There was another story that was released on as a side thing with it. Final Fantasy 12, then add 12-2 where you went from playing one of the main characters to playing their sister and going on a time-based adventure, which was more attuned to an RPG, which I actually quite enjoyed that one. The music track for that is brilliant. The music track for 12 is alright, but 13 got a better music track. The Hunter's theme song on there, the Hunter's theme battle theme is quite a good one. Quite a few people I know didn't actually get on with the game mechanics with that one because of the swapping options with her. That game spawned then Final Fantasy third. Sorry. No, I'm jumping track, but I'm jumping to 13. 12 wasn't a linear story. 12 actually added so you control one character, but you can set the other two characters with you up to do all the actions for you, like we currently got here. But you actually fought in real term on the battlefields. So it was just like by here we run along and then we stop for the fight action. You could actually jump straight in the combat system as you're moving along. 13 of the linear story, which spawned 2 additional sequel games to it, which again the sequel ones were quite good. 14 is an online game, and that's a community that's growing really strong. I haven't played for about a year. I've got all the latest expansion packs installed when I need to. And what's great, it's cross-platform, so you guys can actually be playing on PC. I could be playing on PlayStation, and again you can meet up and actually all take part on the games online, do your traditional raids and everything else. 15 was similar to this with the game engine, which then drove a story, the story that was driven with it is really good. It was really nice. Who's stealing my ladder? So we've got a really good story behind it, and the DLCs are great to pick up.
Wait a minute.
Then we've got a 7 remake, which have really added and improved on the original game. If you've got the patience to go through an RPG, it's worth doing it.
Greetings, my dear sewer rats. As architect of our populace engagement campaign, I, Heidegger, head of public security, bid you welcome.
Welcome, Heidegger. Thank you for the welcome.
Right now, you command the undivided attention of every soul in Midgard.
Huh? What is this?
Yay, we're on TV!
Reactor 5. Shinra has confirmed the reactor to be the target of the bomb threat issued by the terrorist group Avalanche. Members of the group were observed entering the facility, and security is currently sweeping it for explosive devices. We now go live to the scene.
I'm here in the Sector 5 Undercity. Having confirmed the terrorist target, the Shinra Emergency Operations Center has issued an evacuation advisory. Residents are outraged that the tragedy of Mako Reactor 1 was only the first attack in a campaign of violence.
President Shinra has issued a
again, if you they are re-releasing a 4K remastered version of Advent Children for Final Fantasy VII. Again, if you get a chance to watch Advent Children, that's a really good story with it, and the game engine, the engine that was used for the movie combat system in that is what they actually used for the Dissidia games. Ignore the one that came out for PlayStation, because that was alright, but it was a little bit crap. But going back to Dissidia and Duodecim, which actually then actually a Final Fantasy, it's like a Final Fantasy like beat 'em up type game. That's actually quite a good game to play, because it's taking environments from the other games and the villains and heroes, and you get to play them on a one-on-one match. The one that was released for consoles, it didn't take off very well, but they actually then swapped over, so they were giving it as a free-to-play version with different characters available every month. Well, so, but it's all right, but it can be, but they just didn't land success as they did with the PSP versions.
Let's finish this.
So then anyone new that's coming to the channel can actually kind of guess. Yes, I'm a big fan of Fanatic. I hate shock troopers.
Shut the hell up!
Attention, all security
I don't believe it. We played right into Shinra's hands.
Subdue the insurgents and
Yeah,
bring them to the
and
command
that
center
bullshit news is
immediately.
already
I repeat,
peddling that false narrative.
subdue the insurgents and
So
bring
we're
them to the command center right now.
No, hell no! Listen, they want to turn this into a spectacle,
Attention, all
then I say
security
let's
forces.
give them one. Let's take down Shinra's
Subdue
big ass
the
neck in front of
insurgents and
everybody.
bring them to the command
Okay.
center immediately.
I'm sold.
I repeat,
Now let the fun begin.
and bring them to the command center right now.
Well, when it comes to me deciding what I'm going to remove from,
Security forces,
what I'm going to remove from the A-Buster,
bring them to the command center immediately.
well, so you guys are actually going to decide how what I'm going to remove
Right now.
to weaken the A-Buster.
Attention, all security forces.
There you are, the wonderful weapon, the A-Buster's waiting in the background. We get to remove elements from it, but you guys, I want you guys to decide. I'll let you know what components I got available on each floor, and you guys decide, and the majority is what's going to be used. We're going to use it to actually get rid of her. If I had a, if I had a voting app installed, app and bot installed, I'd probably be using that, but I haven't actually, I haven't set anything up for one yet. Ah, they picking on Cloud. Poor Cloud.
That's that.
Good night.
All clear. Now let's see what
Right,
these bastards
let's
were up
find
to.
that security card.
Barrett, Cal, over here.
There it is.
Huh? Find something?
Keycard. Might come in handy.
Now every floor, as I make my way back up, I actually get to remove components off A-Buster.
It looks like a few of its components are still in transit.
We can remove, we've got its AI cores, its big bomber shells,
Give
or its
ourselves an edge.
M
There should be a
units.
console somewhere.
So I'm gonna let you guys actually construct what sort of what sort of fight, what sort of design I'm gonna be facing. Now, how many computers I got in here? I've only got one computer I can use in this floor. So for first, unfortunately, you guys don't have much of a choice with the key cards in this
Try
floor,
that key card of yours.
because I've only got one key card.
M units, huh? I'm guessing that's some sort of component?
Yep. An enhancement powered by liquefied materia.
Sounds bad.
Pretty sure I can divert this unit for disposal.
Yes, we're going to use the M card, get rid of the M unit.
M unit flagged for disposal.
Heidegger's got no idea who he's
The different configurations
So far,
do
so
make
good.
the fight
Right.
different every time. So I believe there's 2 key cards on the next floor. So you guys will decide. I don't know. I think there might be 3 components. I got a choice on the next floor. you guys are there, and if there is, you guys have a choice really on what ones I remove.
Yep. Probably got a live feed.
Nothing we can do about it. Except smile for the folks at home.
Because currently the configuration would have him having 4 AI programs, 3 big bomber shell components, and originally 3 magic units. We've now only got 2 magic units there, so you guys will be able to choose what components I take out of them.
Mow him down.
Lucky I stretched.
Oh, mono drives.
Keep it together.
Guess it's my turn. Get your ass out of here. Ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing like a chicken.
Keep those gloves up.
Sure thing, Coach.
Right, is there a card key lying around you? You gotta check every nook and cranny to see if you can find those card keys.
Component
One
outbound
there.
for B7. Copy. We've lost contact with B8. Send some men to check it out. We've got a schedule to keep.
Intruders! Seize them!
Here we go.
Negative B7. Airbuster delivers priority. You're on your own.
Yeah.
It's on you.
All set.
Looks like there's 2 consoles this time.
Double the sabotage.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it
Any
2
cards?
consoles and 1
Just the
card
one.
in this floor?
2 choices. And only 1 single-use card. It's up to you, Cloud.
Well, guys, this is where you're gonna be deciding what I'm gonna take out. I'll tell you the choices now. We have got our choices available to us is a AI program. Yeah.
What does an AI programming core do?
Increases processing power dedicated to motor function computation. Makes it move real quick.
A real quick giant robot, huh?
Right, so we got an M unit
doesn't
that
sound
get
good.
that
Anyway, we
that can
should
make
weigh
it
our
quicker.
options carefully.
Or the other option you guys have got is going to be the big bomber shells.
Console talks about big bomber shells. You acquainted?
We call them BBs. One's enough to blow you to hell and back.
Could divert.
Guys, your
Give it a couple
choice.
of
Which
shots to
component should I
take
get
us
rid
out.
of? A BB shell or an AI program? Which one, BB or AI? Which one should I remove? So we're going for the BB. So in fact, we go 1 for BB at the moment. One for AI. Two for BB. Two for AI. So far it's 2 apiece. 2 for BB, 2 for AI. So everybody else that's on there, what would you like to remove? We got 3 for AI at the moment. Because there's 8. We've got 8 in the room. So I'll give it a couple more minutes, and then then it looks like we'll be taking out the AI for the second component. Right, guys, anyone which haven't voted yet, this is your chance. You guys get to choose whether to take out a BB or an AI. The AIs have it on this floor.
AI programming cores help it move faster, right?
Well, Dylan, Tech, you got which one should take out, a BB shell? Well, we've currently got 4 for BB. Actually, we got 4 for taking out an AI unit, 2 for taking out a BB shell. Which are you going to vote for this floor? BB shell or AI unit? Which one should I take out? We've got. It seems to be a democracy slam for AI units. So, AI is the first unit we're going to take out. Don't worry, guys, for the BBs, because again we've got another floor which we got to look at, and there's a couple more cards I'll be finding along the way.
So where did we send the discarded stuff?
To a storeroom for defective equipment, I'm guessing.
That's so. You think these defective shells and
Everything that we're dumping in goes into a storage unit.
Maybe.
That we can access it, but we've got to time it. We've got to time it to get the door open, and then we got to slam away through the creature inside to actually get the goods. So currently we have got the airbuster is set up at 3 AI units, 3 bomber shells, and 2 M units. That's not a bad setup at the moment. But you guys will have another. Chance to pick which ones I move on the next floor.
Okay, listen up, y'all. Everything Shinra has told you is a goddamn lie. Mako is the lifeblood of our planet.
Is that?
Those greedy bastards are bleeding it dry. Y'all gotta rise up.
Barrett, who are you talking to?
The people put me on TV. I'm gonna drop some truth.
1,000 Gil says they cut the sound.
Let me do another scour of the floor to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, nothing there. Get scouts on the next floor. See attack. More. Oh, we got it. It's an elite shock trooper this time. But you can easily stagger them if we apply enough pressure. You can easily stagger them, but the stagger gauge quickly depletes.
Take the lead.
Need my help, do you?
Shit. Is that it? You're good at this.
Told you so.
Right, so we got here. We gain another card. I think you guys get a choice of 3 on this next floor. Well, the one card I just found, and I think there's another 2 in the room I find. So once you've got them, guys, you then decide what I'm going to remove. contact. Enemy contact. If you guys can't handle 3, well, I'm not surprised you can't handle an ex-soldier.
Piece of cake.
Alright, let's find these key cards. Okay, where are the key cards? Another here somewhere. There's one. No problem, Vexy. Have a good game.
Find any cards?
Only one. And this time we've got 3 choices.
Take your pick.
Your choices. Now we got 3 panels. We've got an AI program. We've got the big bomber shell, and we've got an M unit. Which should we get rid of? We're going to get rid of 2. Big bomber shell. We got big bomber shell, M unit, and AI programs. Which should we get rid of? The top two favorites win. AI bomber or M unit. So you got 1 for AI and BB. AI bomber, AI BB, and M unit. I got to remove 2 of them. So that's 2 for AI and BB. We got 1 for the M and BB. Ooh, click some in neck, fam. We got 2 for an M and BB, so that's 2 apiece. So we need someone to break the tie. Well, looking at the BB's going, so we'll get rid of the BB now. We just need, it's now going to be an AI. So guys, those which haven't voted yet, watch it. What would you like to get rid of? Choice of 2, we got AI, BB, and M unit. The BB is going because that seems to be a popular choice. And with that, we're now back down to 4. So it's decided now which one, AI or AI or M unit.
Just imagining their faces when they find out.
I'm going to coin to hand. I haven't got a dice roller to hand. I've got a dice to hand as well. I haven't got a dice roller here either. Right. Let me grab a dice. I forgot that was in there. dice tray, and I'm going to use a use a d6. So I got a dice tray, and I got a dice as well, a d6. Right. The odd, like for AI, odd numbers for AI, and a M unit for the even numbers. So number 4. What I say was is the M units in life for the even numbers. Oop. My chair's caught on the rug. Ugh. I think it's the first time I've actually got use my metal dice for something. We cut with number 4, so we're going for an M unit. Where's the M unit? There. I believe we got one more floor after this one, guys.
Another type of enhancement.
Your call if you want to nix it.
I think you guys will get. I think you guys get another opportunity. I think it is for one more option. Option to remove things. I think. I'm trying to remember the call there.
Serves you all right.
Yeah, it keeps catching on the rug all the time. Because again, yeah, it's a nice comfy chair picked up.
More in my entire life.
You don't say.
We're about to make fools out of Shinra while the whole damn city's watching.
Yeah, that's
times like these, you gotta save her.
Oh no! If you're about to ask me to dance, then don't.
What are you up to?
How about you, Cloud?
See, have you got a? Have you got a gaming chair there as well, or just an ordinary chair? I think that might have been a waste of healing spells then. Probably a waste of healing spells.
B5, this is engineering. You need to pick up the pace.
The gaming chair. The chair guy. It's like an ordinary chair, but it's a standard X rocket chair.
Get ready. No holding back. Get ready. No holding back. Enough.
Bunch of pushovers. Come on, y'all. Let's see what kind of mischief they were getting up to.
Right, find the cards.
Four consoles. And never enough keycards.
We are. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Hit 2. Let's have a look. How many key cards have we got in total? How many key cards have we had so far? 1 on the first floor. 2. 4. Yeah, there's only 6 key cards available. So we're on our last 2 key cards. Our options are AI program. We've got the AI. We've got 2 AIs we can remove. 1 M unit and 1 big bomber shell. So those are options available now. We've got 2 AI, 1 big bomber and 1 M unit. What should we get rid of? Well, you guys asked for an AI unit last time round, so I'm going to get rid of... I'll deal with an AI unit first of all.
Programming core flag for disposal.
So now we got the options we got is going to be an M or a BB. Because again, you guys voted for the AI last time. So now our options are the BB. Well, we've got the M, BB, and take out another AI. The components we take out, the AI cores, right, the M units, disabling these gives you more items before the fight. You'll have, the M units allow you to have more items before the fight, which I can't use. AI programs reduces the airbuster stun attack, and we can sell those for gil. And the big bombers reduce the heavy damage, the big bomber attacks. Lets you use bombs during the fight. So you want to get rid of the M unit, so I'm going to get rid of the M unit. Oh, wrong one. There's our M unit.
That's an M unit, right?
Yep.
This is our chance to really stick it to Shinra. We should think it through before we make...
Let's get rid of the M unit.
M unit flagged for disposal.
Just imagining their faces when they find out.
Think we've done enough to weaken the robot?
All that we can, at least.
It's all good. The stage is set. All that's left is to hijack Heidegger's show.
Diverting M unit to disposal room.
You changed your mind. Yeah, everyone was asking for M units. You guys want M units? So I went with her. Right, let's sort my material out. let's put on some lightning materia. Wrong colour. There. That's going to be a fun one. I'm actually now going to attach lightning to an attack. Healing, revival, wind, fire. And we're going to put on a barrier materia. Yeah, we've already got the selections there for them now. We've got 2 AI and 2 big bombers to deal with. That's gonna make the fight interesting.
We're coming up on the exit. Tifa, detonator still in range?
We should be good.
The moment Big Boy goes
Yeah, well,
down,
the fight battle music is the title of it. It's a remake, improvements for the fight boss fight music for those who fight further. Those who fight further.
time to go wild!
Oh, you can yeah, you can shock Cloud because Cloud absorbs lightning. Stand still. I want to slice and dice you.
Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
Cloud, yeah, late then. That's a question. What materia did I set up on Barrett for his the fire fan? And Tifa is using the fat chocobo. If I haven't got anything, and I got Behemoth or Bahamut, King of the Dragons. Let's save by your Sibus again for anyone which had just joined. On hard mode, to recover your mana points is just save your game data and reload whereby you were. All the boxes reappear. Slash the boxes which contain which will contain the mana shards that will regenerate your MP for you. So, because with that in hard mode, you can't recover MP you can't use items to recover MP. So using items you can't use items to recover MP. Same as using the benches. So it makes sense to find mana shards which do the same job. Now, I know in the last room there was mana shards there. And I need to recover. Only Cloud could recover mana shards. The only thing I might run a risk of is running into another fight battle. Ah, there we are. Recovered. And we finally made it back to the top. And there's our little wonderful bomb down there waiting for us.
Can't say we didn't prepare. Now we just gotta get it done.
Now again, I'm not really worried about tracking down the missing units that I've just got rid of, because again I can't use them on this mode.
We're tracking down replacements. Work faster, or you'll hear it from the brass.
Look, they're still prepping it.
They're here! Hold them back! Buy us every second you can!
I hate these guys.
Deal with that.
Can't attack the grenade,
You're dead beat.
That's that.
Shit.
There.
We too late.
Let's do this.
Yes, it's my turn. Stop resisting.
Oh, well, that takes care of that one.
Y'all never had a chance.
Hey guys,
Okay, and he's gone. We're gonna come. We're getting ready to. Are we guys getting ready for the? Are we getting ready for the fight of the century?
Yeah, I'd give us a fighting chance.
Three random characters fighting Shinra.
Could blow up big. Start a new trend.
Veto.
Huh? No way up.
no
Yeah,
way
we
we're
can't
gonna
go
get
up.
that pipe.
Keep looking.
Something's coming. Oh, cut that. We got a one little cutter waiting for us. Whoa!
Take the lead.
And of course he's weak against lightning, and I've just given Barrett a lightning gun. Again, useful material, the elemental materials. Power it up, and depends where you link it. If you link it to a weapon, that weapon becomes elemental, and you can actually then do increased elemental damage to the opponent, especially if they're weak against it. Put it onto your defense, and you practically become immune to it and absorb health out of it. See, I can blast the guy in the face and still deal a nice amount of damage to it.
I'm fired up, ready to go. Bring in the heat. Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
Now we can stagger, makes my life a lot easier.
Bastard cleared the way for us.
Real subtle invitation.
We were gonna spring the trap anyway.
Okay. Let's make our way up. Hopefully I can recover some MP for Barrett. Yep. Am I going to recover any more from? Oh, actual fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recover health all round. And then save and reload by you, so I can actually recover any lost mana points before we go into this battle. Right, there, job done. Can't believe it's the middle of the week already tomorrow. So these weeks are flying by. Wednesday already. That's well halfway through the week. That's quite good going. The weekend will be here before we know it. Yeah, I'd be alright with Cloud at 84 MP or 87.
Stop me.
It's on you.
Yes, it's my turn. There's no thing.
Just take him out.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, when you first see these mono drives on the original Final Fantasy, you don't actually think they're like they're robots.
Big boy's going to an execution, all right. We're gonna put him out of his misery. What a whole
Because they just don't have that.
We give it our all and we'll win.
That's sort of like a little robotic type appeal. I don't see what purpose they serve, what sort of purpose they might serve in a reactor. Whether they to provide maintenance, clean it, we don't know.
We're gonna get through this. We're gonna make it home. All of us, no exceptions.
Right. We don't want to disappoint Marlene. That goes for you too, Cloud. Right?
You better give her a big old smile this time.
If the price is right.
Yeah, hey, let's get to it. The final fight is coming up. Now, the room that's opposite through there is where you would actually go. There's a puzzle you'd have to solve, which you can get in, which you would need to use to get through. Nice. That's a nice bargain there, guys. Also, again, reiterating the shout out from P. If was so Sniper Ghost Warrior 1, 2, and 3, you can pick that up on Steam for £7. Now the room inside there, I gotta go into this room anyway. Now through the room which I gotta go into here is a little puzzle you gotta solve. All those items we took from A-Buster can be found within that. Can be found in that room, but you gotta solve a puzzle to get through it. Once you do get through it, you gotta fight a little creature at the end and quickly get into the other room before the timer runs out to pick up those items.
Do you think we'll find the components we diverted there?
It's like a treasure vault. I like the sound of that.
Which is, if you're first time playing it, they're useful to pick up. Otherwise, like for myself, I haven't got any use for them.
Got these ones.
Especially on hard mode, because I can't simply use like grenades and bombs because they're basic items. Now this puzzle is really annoying because you gotta make sure you time everything exactly as Tifa.
In that case, follow my lead.
Nah, Tifa's.
Fine, have it your way.
Okay, pay attention, you two. 3, 2, 1.
Yep, we did it.
Lockdown disengaged.
They get a little bit more tricky as you go along. I remember this on the original Final Fantasy, where they all by the panels, they raise their hands up and then they come down to tap, and you're there for a while doing it.
Tucked away in that vault, huh?
Now again, I'm not going to tackle that. Well, we got one taker for that. I'm not opening the vault. But if you guys are interested in it when you play it, go through that vault. You've got to fight. You have got to fight one of the Granasnatch queens. First time round is something else in there. It's the smaller versions to them. Second time round, because you're not going to get it for the first time, you run out of time. You got to come back, redo it again. Then you're going to fight the Granasnatch queen. You still won't get into the room. You're going to leave it, come back in, and then you'll get it the third time. I'm not. Well, so again, I don't need to worry about that for the time being. I'm going to actually jump straight into our fight.
All right, time to go.
Are you guys ready for the fight of the evening? Let's go for it.
Huh? Huh? Look!
Oh, the eyes of one who has bathed in mud, which would make you a soldier.
Ex-soldier.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. Though not, alas, for very long. Accelerated cellular degradation being the most common cause of death.
In the original, President Shinra actually was physically there. He wasn't actually a ghost.
Think you forgetting someone?
Would that I could. You strike me as the type to go on without that.
Ain't enough hours in the day to hold you to account for all your crimes.
And what a wasteful indulgence it would be, even if there were.
Okay then. Let's talk about wasteful indulgences. What is Mako? The life stream. The lifeblood of the planet. Our planet. But Shinra keeps on slurping it up like a thirsty dog. What do you think's gonna happen if you don't stop, huh?
We do indeed keep on
I wonder what will
slurping
happen.
it up, as you say. But for whose benefit, I wonder. The true nature of Mako is known to one and all, yet the people willfully turn a blind eye to the cost. As you must surely be aware.
Don't you dare try to put this on us! If anyone's going along with your plans, it's 'cause you brainwashed them!
Such methods are beneath me. As are you, my faithful sewer rats. Henceforth allies of wicked Wutai, our sworn enemy. Thank you for stoking our people's patriotic fervor.
Wutai! The hell we are! You still don't understand your role in this.
Come on.
What are they doing? Don't you see? You fools were never in
Let's jump
control.
into that.
Never anything but pawns in our plans to sell great and glorious war to the people. And your instruments of insurrection will detonate.
Let's get things set up so I can actually capture some clips.
When we so choose. God damn it! Now let us raise the curtain on our main event. The trial of the eco-extremist group Avalanche. Terrorists conspired with Mukai against Ninja. Your guilt is
Here it
undeniable.
comes.
Your punishment, death.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this.
It's just like the but I failed to
Cloud, get your head in the game. We're counting on you, man.
Come on, here, best. Let's dance.
Are you alright?
Yep, the music track, as I said, guys, is the track. It's a remix of the track. Those who fight further. Those who fight furthest. Also gone by another name, Still More Fighting. I've also heard it go by that name as well.
Hope you don't mind if I fill you full of holes. Come on! Bang, bang! Lock on this! Bring it home!
Come on, let's see if we can slam it. Slammed to it. Whoop, get out of the way from this big bomber attack. It's a full round battle platform.
no holding back.
Start again.
Give him what's coming to him! You've seen what
Taking over.
ready to fire.
Damn it, get the hell out of there. Don't want to be in the middle of that one.
We need to come up with a hope you're ready. Brace yourself. Deal with that.
Your efforts are futile.
Let's take care of them first.
All set.
I got this.
Keep forgetting. Well, I don't keep forgetting. It's just if I want to bring it down quicker, just rely a lot on its weaknesses.
Finish it. I've got this.
Say your prayer.
Bring it.
Last one down. So we can summon. Let's bring a wonderful dragon into the fight. But this thing is a bugger to take down in the VR missions. Alright then.
Take the lead.
Welcome back. What do you think?
This guy really wants to see us dead.
I brought a dragon to help me fight. Now, if there's a Crocodile Dundee, he would have brought a spoon to a knife fight. I brought a dragon. Oh, that's gonna be quite tricky for him. Oh, not really. I thought I was gonna do at least 999 damage. Now this is where the fight's going to get a little bit more interesting for us to deal with. Oh, that was nice. That was nice of her. Where's my drinking chocolate?
Watch and learn. Just
I'm
make sure you
joking.
got my back, all right?
Thought I'd give tea for it. No, I didn't. Well.
Feel the breeze. Watch yourself.
About damn time. Come on.
Yeah, go on then. What's it? Go on then. You'll have to try and get it over to me somehow. Yeah, I can disappear that one.
I got this.
Oh, come on, Barrett. Get back on your feet. Oh, lucky. Ah, that was lucky, but he's out.
That sucked.
Yeah, go for it.
Kept you waiting?
Let's do this.
Oh, let's go.
My turn.
All right. Watch and learn.
Also, a soggy package for the postman will be fine.
If it's an ass whooping you want, you're about to get that net stuff. Now, get in there.
Yep, I hear you loud and clear.
And also a nice soggy package for the postman would be lovely.
Give them hell.
I got it. It's on you.
Need my help, do you? Hope you don't mind. You got this.
Let's go. Come on.
It's almost time for the grand
Come on, bring him down. What's Cloud's magic like?
Watch yourself.
Keep up the pressure. Take him down. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, the foil will keep it warm. That'll be a bonus. That'll be a good thing with that.
We almost got this. Come on, guys.
Bring it on!
I thought we were actually able to stagger him then. And we've done it! We've brought down the A-Buster. And we're going to lose someone.
Take Tifa and get out of here.
I was wrong about you.
This ain't the end of the line for you or me.
That's good. I'll have a year for next for Thursday's showing. And that's not bad going. So we've actually managed to clear another chapter, and we're going to be moving into seeing what happens to Cloud. And we're going to we're actually going to church, guys. For the next part, we're going to church.
Hey, buddy. You okay? Yeah. Made it through with just a couple of scraped knees back then. Back then? What do you say? We doing this? Have we? Never mind about that. Right now, you need to focus on yourself. Move something. Anything.
What is going on?
Good. Easy does it. Slow. And steady. Yeah. Hey, who are you? Who are you?
I am your everything.
Sephiroth.
Oh,
The big bad.
There's still
Sephiroth. Sephiroth was once a hero of Shinra, a well-respected soldier first class.
Maybe you're
He
not
was,
okay.
well, as I said, well-respected. Everybody liked him. Everybody wanted to be him.
He lives. Finally awake.
Carries the Masamune, which is a big Japanese katana.
Aaron. It's Aaron.
Katana blade, really long,
Cloud.
and he's really brilliant.
Again.
Hey Bryn, how are you this evening?
You don't remember? What about the flowers?
Oh, the flower girl. And this is...
An old church in the Sector 5
And this is
slums.
Aerith, or as we had over here in America, two different ways you could say her name, Aerith and Aeris.
Fell right into my flower bed.
Both names are fine. Aerith is the one I much prefer.
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
Don't worry about it.
Now, quite interesting. Every time Aerith's theme, every time I hear that, it always brings a tear to my eye. And when I went to the Distant World concert, Well, so everybody they played that, and everybody that actually watched it all exactly the same. Was all had a tear in her eyes, and that's because when you played Final Fantasy VII, you know what will happen to what. You're already seeing some scene flashes of it, but of what will come further down the line, and it is quite tragic. Every different version I've heard of Aero's theme, will always bring a tear to my eye. Whether it's the Crisis Core version, 7, or even the Advent Children version, and some of the remixes I've heard, or remakes I've heard of it. That's good to you, Bryn. Yeah, I'm all right. I've spent my first full day back in work today. I was back in work yesterday evening for an evening course. So yeah, it's just been like it's nice to actually get back on site. And just really try and get back to some normality, because you're back on site tomorrow, if memory recalls.
In that case, huh?
I'll see myself in. Thanks.
I think it's a different voice actor they got playing Reno in this one.
He's my bodyguard. And a soldier. Pretty cool, huh?
Huh? A soldier?
Ex-soldier.
Well, what do you know? You've got the eyes, at least.
You don't mind, do you? Bodyguard work's not too different from merc stuff, right? I guessed. From the sword.
No,
Just do this for me, okay?
Actual fact, it's still looking at this. It seems to be Quentin Flynn. I think it's still actually doing the voice of. It's still doing the voice of Reno. Those of you who play Kingdom Hearts, Quentin, the character Lee or Axel from Kingdom Hearts was designed to be on Reno. Same colour hair, red colour hair, just slightly different, but again voiced by exactly the same person. Reno is quite a fun character. He's got quite a fun personality. Reno works with his partner named Rude. They're both members of the Turks. Now the Turks are Shinra's. Are a special unit of Shinra that deal with Black Ops and a lot of the Cloak and Dagger stuff. They use to scout out new members for Soldier, dealing espionage, corporate espionage as well. There is a film that was produced that ties in with the Crisis Core game, which again focuses on I've never mentioned this character's name, that particular character and Cloud, which links both of them together, where they were actually trying to find them. They were trying to find them before the Shinra army did, so they could actually recapture them and get them literally out in safety, in safe arms out the way. Because the head of the Turks, Reno's boss, again, practically owed this guy a massive favour. And even though the Turks deal with a lot of Cloak and Dagger stuff, even when you see them in Crisis Core, they've actually got a good conscience and a good heart with them. They are quite a funny lot, all of them involved with there. Good fighters as well. In the mobile game before Crisis, you actually played the members of the Turks that were involved in the attempted assassination of President Shinra, because they actually, even though they work for Shinra and under President Shinra, they actually are quite more loyal to Shinra, President Shinra's son Rufus Shinra. And again, Rufus, even though he comes across as a bit of a dick, a bit of a knob, he does seem to be a decent, genuine guy, especially during the events of Crisis Core. and Dirge Cerberus.
Really? Since when? This is the first I've heard of it.
Because it was impossible.
I don't think so.
Any more?
Little help in here, guys?
Any more, guys? Or am I going to have to take on Reno? Oh, got more of them. Now I'm sure there's some black blasphemy going on here. We are fighting inside the church. It's quite interesting because we're still in the slums now, and there's a church there. Even though it's under a plate, there are still flowers that actually grow here. And this is one of the only places where flowers do actually grow. It's quite actually, just realised this is the second time a lightning-based element or lightning-type character actually fights inside the church.
All good. Let's get this over with.
It's a hit! What you waiting for, Bob? I'm right here.
I'll counter strike you.
I see you.
Let's go.
Come on, let's try and bring him down. No. Let me too. Counter stance. Thank you. I'll take it.
Gonna make me work for it, huh? Well, lucky for you, tough guy.
The Turks and their wonderful toys. Come on, electrocute me. Come on, electrocute me. Thank you. I'll take them. Thank you for healing me. Thank you for the free healing, Reno.
Try me.
I see you.
Not so tough now, are you?
Thank you. I'll take the healing.
Anytime now.
Soldier boy. How's that?
I'm waiting.
Ah, dang it.
Where that came from?
Timing's out, but they're completely really out.
Pay attention. Rusty, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, in this particular chapter, we've got to fight. We start by fighting the one of the Turks, and then towards the end of the chapter, we fight another one. But what's quite interesting with this chapter is, like in chapter 3, where we had to decide where we got to choose Tifa's dress. I don't actually recall actually seeing that scene. We've got to do missions in this chapter to actually pick up, so we actually then get more or less get to choose the type of dress that Aerith will wear in the chapter that comes up behind this one.
You've got it all wrong, man. I just wanted to...
Cloud! No!
And the ghosts come back. Yay, ghosts! Spooky.
Sir! Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Go get the girl.
Sir!
Very, very spooky.
The hell?
Weird. They're not attacking.
Hey! Open it up!
Come on.
Over here!
Alright, let's. We've now got to try and get up here if escape from the Turks and Shinra troops.
Through the attic. Maybe we can get out that way.
Right. Through that hole.
Watch your step.
They saved me.
Come on.
It's a bit weird. Why the ghosts have actually just saved her. I don't think I should. No, I'm not supposed to have gone down. I'm supposed to have gone up. Ah, oh yeah, that's right.
I'll go first. Come on.
Come on here,
Nothing! Up there!
Hey, no shooting!
Why is it?
you
Why do
okay?
we always find in
Probably.
like it's like we are in Star Wars, like stormtroopers, that
so much
general
scratch
for
on
soldiers always do something, always end up doing the stupidest things,
We bring her in one piece.
and they always do end up doing stupid things.
What now? Run!
Move it, I'll shoot!
Oh no, you won't.
But sir!
Could drop that. Okay.
What's the hold up? I can't get to her!
Now, I myself, I haven't got the upper body strength to be able to do that. I probably wouldn't even made it past the third. Well, I'd probably better get a couple of things in before my arms will actually give out.
Run!
Hey,
Stop her! Over there!
Cloud! Over here!
I'll say he must have been very good on the monkey bars when he was younger.
Cloud, give me a hand.
Come on then, let's keep going.
They're in the attic. Should we pursue?
Leave him be.
But sir!
Partner's got it. We are out.
I think you guys are gonna like Rude. He's a lot more talkative in this one than he is in Advent Children. He
It's like
really
they're
says anything
guiding
Advent Children, but
Stay
if you
close.
watch the Blu-ray
So
edition,
cool.
which gives you the extra scenes, you've got some really good funny moments on there. Some really good moments.
There.
Need to stay ahead of him.
for exfil.
Or not.
Now, I would have thought someone would have been helping Reno out of there. Not letting him limp his way out.
They gone?
Yeah, I think so.
What are they?
I think... Actually, I don't know. Let's just go. Okay. Up for crossing the rooftops? See that pillar over there? There's a station right by it.
With this
Shall we mosey
game,
on
you get
over?
some really spectacular views on you. Scenery. They are in a slum surrounded by junk, but look at that. It might be full of rubbish, but it is quite spectacular views. There you go. And just think we were actually up there not too long ago.
So, what's next for you?
A little bit of bodyguard work.
Right.
After that, it's back to the Sector 7 slums.
You know how to get there?
Yep.
Of course you do.
Now, some information about Aerith,
He was one of
our
Shinra's
fourth
Turks.
member.
What's a
Aerith
Turk
is
want
going to
with
be the magic user is our
Don't Turks keep an eye
is
out
our
for
strongest
potential
magic
soldiers and
user in the
stuff?
group.
They do more than just scout for candidates.
Aerith
Turks get called
is
in to
the
handle all kinds of
last
situations
ancient.
with extreme
The
prejudice.
ancients were the first people that lived on
Professional
the
bad
planet
guys.
that
Gotta
the
love
Final
'em.
Fantasy VII
Back
takes
to my
place.
question. So
They
what's he to
could
you?
talk to the planet,
Looked like you knew each other.
manipulate,
Maybe he thought I could be the greatest
the
soldier
life force
yet.
to forge materia, and so on. They were the original Guardians.
Hmm?
The ancients, however, have all been wiped out. Aerith is one of the last ancients alive. She is able to communicate with the planet, and the only person which is able to use or summon the ultimate white magic. For those, again, the ultimate white magic in any Final Fantasy game is holy.
Thanks.
It's the strongest white magic that exists. And Aerith actually has this unique character with that materia, but it's not a materia you can actually use yourself in the game, because it only responds if it's actually been when if an ancient is able to call it by actually wishing for it.
Haven't traveled by rooftop before.
Be surprised if you had.
It's honestly kind of exciting.
Well, first time and all.
Aerith is from a village way up north in this world. She was born at a village called Icicle Village. That is on the third continent. So the fourth continent you visit on the game. It's a continent way up north where a lot of the individual games where the final the midpoint where the story occurs and where the final fight actually takes place. There is actually an interesting game that you actually go do in the snowfields,
Give me a moment.
where you've got to go and where you actually do some snowboarding. The music that's actually used on there, come on, the music that's actually used for when you're out on the snowfields. So every time we have snow around you,
Those
I
the words of a soldier candidate?
instantly hear that in my mind. It's quite interesting how so when we hear music we can actually our mind's able to associate it with things, and every time we have deep snow, that instantly springs to mind for me.
Nope. No one
Well, so
can get mad if we make noise.
I actually.
Looks kind of rusty.
Well, so when I know we have really deep snow coming down, as blizzard, especially if I'm waking up in the morning for a year, and I actually play it on. I find the track on
Easy
YouTube
now.
and play it.
You worry too much.
I know,
I'm not some
weird,
princess who
weird,
needs to be
right? But
coddled.
what's the age? It just my mind just instantly associates to her.
Whew. That was unexpected. Thank you, Cloud. Ah, there it is. The wall.
What's quite interesting is the fact the church is almost intact, but there's also remains of apartment buildings there. So it's a case of well, it's not so much a case of. You can see that there used to be that before they built the plates and started dumping the rubbish from the construction. That people used to live a quite comfortable life down there before they then built the plates above as they expanded the technology. But yeah, it is a wonderful view there. And ironically, that's in Crisis Core, in Advent Children. This is one of the locations which actually remains intact in the actual film. After the incident occurred towards the end of Final Fantasy VII.
But in the end, I couldn't.
Too dangerous?
Too much. The whole world bursting with life. Maybe more than I can handle, I think sometimes. Even now. People hate the steel sky, the slums, but I don't. How could I? All that passion, all those dreams, flowing.
Currently playing in the background is another type version of Aeris' theme. It's not. It's like a much more of a lower tempo type thing to her, because she has two bass in the game. She has two themes that play with her. Her main theme, which acts as the boss, plays while you fight Genova for the second time, and we will meet Genova when we actually enter into Shinra.
This time I'll go first. After all, I can't count on you to wait.
Sure about this?
See for yourself. Maybe I'll go on ahead and leave you all by your lonesome. Just...
Maybe you shouldn't talk.
Then you talk. Tell me a story.
Not for free.
Cheapskate.
When Final Fantasy VII came out, Aerith actually became a major fan favourite.
Gotcha.
You're killing me here.
Because you actually get to see a younger version of her in Crisis Core.
Here goes nothing.
Because the other guy, which I haven't mentioned his name yet, so she actually they develop a relationship, and that sort of relationship is emulated between her and Cloud. On the original game, the actions you do as Cloud between Tifa, Barrett and Aerith determine which of them three you go on whether it's a mandate or an actual date when you get the gold saucer. Certain events and certain actions trigger what happens.
My hero.
Never a dull moment with you.
That a compliment?
Not really.
Thanks anyway. We're getting closer to the station.
Yeah.
Even so, we'll probably run into a few monsters on the way.
If there's a separate...
There's a face that screams, so what?
If there will be a separate chapter
I
to
thought
this.
scarier things in my sleep.
going, Cloud?
Does anybody fancy some jog pie? I better material up here, hadn't I? Or shall I go for tea? No, go for bar. Let's set it up. Ah, that's what I gotta do. Now Aerith is, like as I said, it makes more sense for me to give the Magnify heal to Aerith. She's got HP there. I need to give her some more MP. So yeah, an MP boost. Because Aerith is much more of a I've absorbed fire. Because she's much more of a magic house really. It makes more sense to give her to increase her available ability in terms of using magic. So my MP apps. So I'm working on that one. Let me chuck that one on because that'll actually give her much more of a magical boost with her abilities. Her weapon choices are Guard Stick is a default weapon. Silver Staff you can pick is one from the main game. I think positive all of these are actually in the main game itself. But then it's at the moment currently the strongest one I got from magic is going to be the Mithril Rod. But I'm going to equip her with a reinforced rod. Because currently it doesn't really matter if I'm using magic or not with her. No, I'm going to leave it as it currently is with her because it just makes more sense. Well, as I was saying, if anybody fancies some hedgehog pie, there we go. Anybody fancy some hedgehog pie? These little creatures are a bane in any fighters. Well, in the slums.
Someone looks like they're in their element.
So look, chapters. Yeah, after we get through this chapter, we then move into Gold Saucer. Not Gold Saucer. We then make our way to. We're going to make our way to Sector 6 after we complete this chapter, and again we have a bit of fun at Wall Market. Because we actually got a lot of the Colosseum. We got the Colosseum fights in there, which again there's another fun fight there where we've got to fight against the Hell House.
That's that.
So, Cloud, you don't know the slums that well, do you?
Compared to you? No. Training grounds, barracks, battlefields. That's the world I know.
You sound proud of that. Stations there.
I can see that.
Oh? Thought the world you knew didn't include stations.
Ha ha.
can be quite sarcastic, really, can't she?
I can't believe this is happening.
If you would all just please calm down.
Hey, what the hell's going on?
Come on. There's no need to shout.
Popular place.
Yeah, well, it's got a good view of the reactor.
It's on fire!
Ain't a show.
They know that. Don't worry.
And surprised.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, on your way home from the church?
That's right.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Did any debris hit the church?
Not debris. No.
That's something at least, but you may not be so lucky next time.
Wait.
Oh yeah. Cloud wants to get back home.
Gosh, the smell.
Huh?
Wait.
Deck is all clear!
Shinra.
Rope's good! Go!
Follow him up!
And ladies and gentlemen, I give you Brood.
Let's go!
He's a nice guy. Brood is.
Another Turk.
A real man on a mission.
On the hunt, more like.
For me? For you?
Don't know. Don't care.
Then, let's stick to the back streets?
Well, that's good. It's going to be cut. It's well.
There will be monsters.
That's what's the time. Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see. We'll see how far we can get up to until about 11 o'clock, and then also then we'll be able to call it the day.
Is that sweet or spicy?
Well, I think I should be able to get it, but as far as getting Aerith back home. Now, again, there's a lot of junk that they've just dumped around you, and the people are living around there.
But a great place to lay low.
There we are.
They've got the run of it.
Oh, we've got some lovely way around here. Anyone fancy some way around stew?
Enough.
Yeah, let's swap it here then.
Here it comes!
So you guys be able to see if I actually do a bit of combat.
No telling where they'll come from.
Monsters.
There you go, we got.
What's
What's we got there? We got a wrecking ball.
You'd better watch out then, Cloud.
Wrecking ball arm. We've got old helicopters dumped down you, missile launchers.
Leave this to me.
Gorgeous. Little creepy creatures these things are.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, you guys have actually seen these before. There we go, tractor here. If we come down this way, it's all scrap metal there. Now, you could easily make a living being a scrapper down here. But when we get down to here, we've got old rocket parts. That's a bit weird. There you go, ammunition shells. They just dumped you left lying around. Rocket boosters, giant ammo shells. There you go. Big autocannon shells. Just dumped you. Just left everywhere, and people are actually living on all this crap. Old metal framework. All rusting. There you are. I think that is that scrapper we actually beat the crap out of in the reactor. There's more. It's more of them dumped there. I think actually some of these are ones that are actually used in the arena fights.
Over here. That didn't work.
No, unfortunately it's not
Maybe
going to
broken?
open.
Pretty sure this path we're on loops around too, so...
It is, it's just full of
Wonder if we
crap
can
that
move
could actually if someone actually looks at it, they could probably scrap it down and sell it. Because obviously Shinra don't give a crap about it. Look at it. All this maintenance equipment just left lying around, old containers. There you go, somebody's house. It is just, it's just all left lying around you. Oh we go. Oh, more heads up play time.
That's that. No holding back.
That's slice and dice them.
Must have been a new breed.
How you figure?
Because they went for the stronger prey.
Yeah, because there are a couple of robots up in the wall. That's like worth looking at. But I don't know where they are. I probably walked past them. Old old construction exosuits. They are another tractor.
There, check it out. The heart of the slums.
It's a lovely view.
Well, we did take a detour. Getting tired?
No.
Me, I'm feeling a bit hungry.
But it's just mountains of
How about
mountains and mountains of crap,
Amazed.
and it's like that
You're in for a treat when we
all the
get
way
back.
around Midgar.
Don't have time
In
for
this,
that.
You'll want to
on
make
the
time for my
those
mom's
that live
cooking.
under the plate, and the people living there.
Final word on it.
They've got
We'll
a
get home
choice.
quick
Well, they
and
have. They could
ourselves
try and
stupid.
leave, but most of them are stuck there. They are an old power unit. Another helicopter. They could easily be fixed up and sold. They are tank. Oh yeah, that's it. Said an exosuit. There's an exosuit for there. It's no wonder there's monsters growing up everywhere around you.
You're dead. Keep it together.
Here goes.
Rifle.
Yoo-hoo! Moving on then.
Let's do a bit of exploring, shall we? Artillery cannons. It's like it's as if it'd be like us building housing in the middle of the rubbish tips around you. You just wouldn't do it. They are. Giant exosuit. There are a bunch of construction exosuits there. They could be powered up and used. Yeah, we've got an area here. We can't actually access this area until we get to chapter later on in the game, where we actually got to find all of the special areas in the game that require special keys, so you need to find to unlock those areas. But when you do find them, they do contain they contain treasures which are actually the treasures you pick up are emerald, diamond, ruby, and I think it's also sapphire, which are actually paying homage to the weapons that appeared in the original Final Fantasy VII game. And in case they're not like weapons like sword, guns, and all that. Weapons are planet-sized monsters created by the planet that are used to exterminate or cause mass destruction or mass wipeout of life. So to allow the planet to heal itself. It's sort of like the planet's natural defences.
I wish it kept sleeping.
Yeah, smogger unit. A Shinra unit robot dumped in the slums that comes alive. So you've been travelling this way, they'll find themselves coming under attack by it.
Just go away.
Take the lead.
I'm coming. Get him.
Come on here. Let's give me a hand.
Shot.
Sorceress.
I'd keep my distance if I were you. Go on. This one's for you.
There you are.
Glad that's over.
But yeah, just like scraps left lying around everywhere. Yeah.
That door that was stuck. Maybe it
And now I've opened the door so we can actually get, if we need to get back out of the slums, we can get back up, we can. Well, what's quite great, what's really quite good is the soundtrack that is playing.
No
I gotta go back. I should have pushed that over. This is the actual original soundtrack that was actually played during this section of the game. It's probably been remastered slightly, but it plays out exactly as it did in the original game, which of course makes it rather, again, nostalgic. Oh, let's push it in, and we got it.
Yeah, that should do the trick. Well, this isn't good.
You guys must really like the hedgehog ties, because they keep coming up all the time.
Never in doubt.
Right then, let's see what's on hidden over here now. And with it. I think there's actually a control or some goodies here you might need. It's the gate control.
Nice work. Way to think ahead.
There you go. Come on here, let's head back.
Yes,
Let's head back.
Free.
No need for thanks. I'd rather get paid.
You're getting paid right now. Huh?
Oh.
Tanks, planes, helicopters, you name it, all just dumped everywhere.
Don't forget about the Turks. Could come at us any time. Keep an eye out.
I will. Soundtrack currently playing is
What are they
called.
watching?
The name is called Anxious
Hey.
Heart.
My lights have been on the fritz.
What could they
I'm standing
possibly be
inside the
trying to
gutted shell of
accomplish?
Mako Reactor 5.
They're working for Wutai, isn't it obvious?
There's still a lot of smoke rising from the rubble.
so they don't have to break
While
the
fallen beams
ceasefire.
and other debris continue to hinder rescue
foreign
efforts,
devils
the
are trying
fires
to start
appear to have
another
been
war.
mostly extinguished.
help catch the
People,
get a reward or something?
it's quite bad really. The fact that shit. Well, no, the characters are actually trying to blow up the reactor, but Shinra was able to escalate even further and have won public onto their side by doing it.
Mako Reactor 5 has been temporarily shut down, and all fires have been successfully extinguished.
Scarlet, she is a
The
bitch.
situation is under control, and the people of our fair city need not worry about any additional complications. We're in the process of conducting a full forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1. The perpetrators of that atrocity were filmed making their escape. These agents of the eco-terrorist group Avalanche are currently believed to be in hiding somewhere in Midgar.
And given that this group has now attacked 2 reactors in quick succession, can they really be stopped before they strike again?
What do you think? Have no fear. Shinra will keep Midgar safe.
Okay, time's up!
Everybody, have some fear. Shinra will not keep Midgar
let's go.
safe. Shinra will screw Midgar over. First chance they get, Shinra will screw you over.
Oh, what timing! Mind lending me a hand?
Place is really hopping, huh?
Nice side effect of the train situation. So, what do you say?
I'd love to, but
At least they get some sunlight coming in.
I help out every now and then. It's fun.
Aerith!
Well, well. What are you doing all the way up there?
Was trying to get a look at the reactor. Who's this guy?
This is Cloud. He's a mercenary. And currently my bodyguard. That's Oates.
See you.
2 peas in a pod.
Am I missing material? Yes, I am missing material off Cloud. Why have I double stacked lightning? I don't know why. Revival, put the healing there. Let's add some additional material to Cloud. We'll give him ice. And what other one could we give him? We got lightning, we got ice. I'll give him the basic elements, fire. There we are. Give him some of the basic elements, not the tetra ones though.
So, what are you guys up to?
We all went to see the reactor.
Oh, that's right. You're
There's a
supposed
whole
to
lot
come
of
by the
orphans
house.
living down here.
What for?
I don't know. You're just supposed to.
Well, guess we have a new destination. I should probably explain. The Leaf House is the local orphanage. That's where all these kids live.
Hey, Aerith, where'd you go? The church again? Next time, we should all go together.
Why, hello, Aerith. As popular as ever, I see.
Apparently, but they sure keep me on my toes.
Better than being bedridden. Thanks again for all those herbs. You've helped a lot of people.
No problem. Anytime.
How'd you manage to find so many anyway?
Oh, I have my ways.
And him?
He's my bodyguard, just until I get home.
And you're sure he's up to it?
Maybe. Since I'm so generous, I gather medicinal herbs for his patients sometimes. Here's the leaf house.
So I can bring a ton of books. I'll bring some to your place, Aaron.
There you are.
We're back, and we brought Aerith with us.
Sorry to make you come out here.
Don't
Yeah,
be.
so-
It's on my way home.
Well then, I hope you won't mind me asking for some flowers.
No problem. How many?
All you can carry. What with all the doom and gloom we've been hearing on the news recently, I thought some flowers might help cheer everyone up.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sure
nice
they
of him.
will, and I'd love to help. Let's all wash up
That is
before our meal.
really, really nice of him. There is one other place where the flowers do actually grow, and that's at Aerith's house. Because if you notice, the greenery started.
So,
We didn't
Cloud,
see any
what's your
greenery
favorite flower?
greenery such as this in Sector 7. But
You sure you want to say that to a
in
florist?
Sector 5,
Better than lying.
we've
Okay.
got loads of it.
Then what'd you do with the flower I gave you? You give it away?
I did.
Ooh, to who? Tell me.
Don't recall.
Hmm.
What?
Thought you didn't like lying. Well, anyway.
They are, so the further we get, closer we get to the house, the more green, the more the actual metal is being replaced with greenery.
My house is just up this path. Mom should be home by now, so I'll introduce you.
So with all this pollution and all that, it's quite amazing the fact that plants and flowers still are able to grow.
There you go.
Look at that,
That's
we've
my
got
house.
metal
It's
around you,
amazing.
but yet so we got fish in a pond. We got a wonderful waterfall scenery there. We got a flower garden in the background. We got a nice house there, even though it's surrounded by all this metal and all this junk. It's nice. It's a nice, what nice, wonderful view and scenery there that makes it all stand up, makes it all look picturesque, picture perfect. Well, so again, it's nice. It's nice and peaceful, nice and relaxing there.
Come on. I'm home.
Hey, baby. Been up to no good? Rude came by.
So, this is my mom, Elmira. And this is Cloud, my bodyguard.
Hi.
Take good care of her?
That's my job. Or was my job.
Yep. Thanks. So, Cloud, you gonna head back to Sector 7?
Yeah.
Then I'll show you the way.
Then why'd you have me bring you here? What if the Turks show up again?
It'd suck, but I've dealt with them before. Honestly, I'm much more worried about you. What if you get lost, huh? You'd be too embarrassed to admit it, and so you'd just keep on going.
Quit acting like you know me.
Hey, Mom, I'm gonna go take Cloud over to Sector 7, okay?
Again, the music's nice and
But why not wait until
nice and
tomorrow?
relaxing
If
as
you
well
head
as
out now,
peaceful.
it'll be dark when you get back. Better to rest up here and make the trip first thing in the morning, when you'll have daylight to spare.
That's true. She's got a point, Cloud.
Hold up.
Oh, yeah. I still need to deliver some flowers to the Leaf House. Since we have a little time before dinner, you should come with.
That wasn't the deal.
You mean you want more? Even though you've got a priceless reward coming your way? Do you know what I promised him?
I'll do it.
I'll go grab the baskets. Be right back.
And let me
That Aerith, she's a handful, isn't she?
Right, and let me bring it to a save but there. So I'm gonna save the game by here and call it a night. So also it is now coming to 11 o'clock, and it is starting to get a little bit later. So once again, guys, thanks for watching and joining me on tonight's stream. We'll pick up with Final Fantasy VII Remake next week, where we'll be carrying on playing through Chapter 8 with the budding bodyguard, tackling all the missions that are available in this chapter, because there are a lot of side missions involved. Then we'll move into the next chapter, which is getting into Wall Market and seeing the shenanigans that go on there while we try and get back to Sector 7. And I got a funny feeling we'll probably finish it, next Tuesday, finish up towards the end of the stream, where we'll be making our way back to Sector 7 after dealing with what goes on in Wall Market. So once again, thanks for attending. Have a good evening, and I shall see you all on the Thursday night for the stream for Mega Man 04. And after Thursday night, that'll be the end of the Mega Man 0 series. Thank you, guys. Cheers. Also, I probably won't be long before I'll be going to bed. Because I got to be up early in the morning for college. So, it's been great chatting with you guys, and I shall see you all next stream. This is Vex and Primus saying thank you all. Thank you for joining me. Have a good evening, and I'll speak to you guys later. Good night. Night, guys.